here in favor of the South American roster, but I get the impression, Rob, that this won't be super clear-cut.
No, I don't think it will be, but we said the same thing going into our last matchup. And look what happened there. Team Falcons are flying home. Which one will it be today, CAG or Team Liquid? This one is sure to be fiery inside of the server. I can't wait to get underway. Speaking of which, please, Jake, do your thing.
Well, let's get underway then, shall we, Rob? Let's not wait around any longer. A chance to get into playoffs, a chance to get into finals, and for this Team Liquid Alienware roster, it's been a nice welcome return to the international fold after obviously missing a little bit of time and in the spotlight, especially for this organization. Let's see if they can make top 8. In their way stands a CAG team that have been at their best so far this Esports World Cup, making it out of play-ins, knocking off some real high-quality opposition. And we spoke about the hurdle back in play-ins, defeating a team like Shopify Rebellion. Well, they got over that hurdle. Unfortunately, in this hurdle race, there's more to come. And there's a big one here for CAG. Can they make top 8?
A tantalizing question. Both of these rosters will be very eager to prove a point, as the bans have come through for the first half. It's the CAG and Bandit combo from CAG trying to alleviate pressure onto the hard breach, namely IT Wall. Team Liquid Alienware responding by taking the Monty off the board. They're targeting Anaton here in the first half. And the Glad as well, which is complementary for a lot of different pushes here on this map. So I love the lineup here. In terms of the bans for Team Liquid Alienware, they are respecting CAG.
We will update the B stream as well for those that are not watching it. Spoiler in 3, 2, and 1. Of course, Weibo versus Virtus.pro onto the third map. Guys, Weibo did get that all-important attacking round to close the half. Got it to a 4-2 scoreline. Virtus.pro, though, immediately attack and win basement on Clubhouse. That puts them 5-2 up in that qual and elimination match. And the significance, of course, in relation to the APL, 2 slots for the next major. If Weibo are to fall short and lose to Virtus.pro, the Oceanic region will maintain the 2 slots unless CAG can go to a deep top 4 run. If so, then they would claim 2 slots for APAC North. It's a long way to go. Right now, their focus is clearly on beating Team Liquid Alienware and making the top 8. Nighthaven Labs, top floor, slow to get going. But eventually, the IT reinforced wall will be blown open by Zaka.
Yeah, checklist stuff currently for CAG. And with the Bandit and the CAG unavailable, that should be expedited for the most part here in the first half. Team Liquid Alienware, though, not short of util for the on-site hold. Keep the barriers for KZ on the Azami. And then JV92 with additional stall-out courtesy of the Goyo. Fleetpox as well is an interesting addition here on the Pulse. And can aid in some of the info gathering as Chibisu upside down on that IT wall. Almost able to find Maya, but unable to connect as Anaton, aggressive. Top blue doesn't quite find the timing.
Well, he doesn't find a kill, but he gets the position, he gets the space. Left side of the blue hallway. Maya, though, catching out Zaka. That's opening kill for Team Liquid Alienware. Just as they've given a little bit of space here for CAG. 2 Candelas remaining on the Ying for Anaton, of course, well known on playing that operator. Philippe blocks information, and while he went searching off that intel, Anaton catches him. Big kill back for CAG, and maybe one more push coming from KZ. He'll think about it and fall back.
Yeah, Anaton there not having the confidence to push forward. Goes for the far less risky play, but KZ in the meantime does aggress and find the kill. So diffuser down, Sharip's still below, maybe looking for a triple impact, but unfortunately, in this round, it has not been a success. All impacts, of course, now used. And with 40 seconds remaining and Team Liquid Alienware with 2 players up, it's looking like round 1 will be theirs.
Well, it's going to have to take something very special. Diddy does spot the left knee of Nade, but Nade's better. Hits the headshot. Wonderful start for Team Liquid Alienware. Successful defense on the top floor of Nighthaven Labs. And again, to reiterate, in terms of the map veto preference, this is the map pick of CAG by VARREL. But if I want to add in a small caveat, guys, I kind of look at the map veto here as both teams could probably win either's map pick. This wouldn't surprise me entirely if Team Liquid were to win Labs and then CAG win Clubhouse. It is a possibility in this kind of system.
Certainly so. Team Liquid Alienware off to a strong start. Doing a good job in disrupting some of the playmaking attempts there from CAG in the opening round. Heavy focus over towards top blue. They invested in the Zofia below, and unfortunately for CAG, neither game plan really led to a lot of success, courtesy of Team Liquid Alienware's ability to counter. Defense electing to go to basement for round 2. And as you can see, based on the positions of these defenders, a little bit of offside presence at the moment, which will, of course, be complemented by the Valkyrie.
Aggressive from Philippox to start in this second round, over towards lobby. This is honestly going to be the kind of site, though, that for CAG need to try and make theirs, make this chaotic, disrupt the defensive flow of Team Liquid Alienware. We really are utilizing quite a lot of the map with KC towards server on the top floor. Big contingency on the first floor for the defenders.
Some serious drywall work coming up. Take cover from the top.
Good entry operators available for CAG with the Blitz and the Solid Snake. Attacker will open up warehouse, and while speaking of the Solid Snake, it is Sharif that finds the entry kill onto KZ. And that was on the top floor, so that means second floor completely vacant now from the defense. And then pushing down to this first floor can happen in a little bit more of a hurry, giving more time then for Didi on the Buck to open up the floorboards.
Oh, good ripping information. Chibis, who had a favorable angle but whiffed.
Oh, I don't know, that was a tight angle.
He shot first.
He did shoot first. He had the first chance. Well played from Maya, though. Heads up to read into that play.
Need to reload.
Equals the numbers.
Oh, good read.
But a good shot from Sharif. The read was there from JV92, but Sharif
Nearby.
so far causing a lot of chaos here on the Solid Snake.
Yeah, knows where both Philippox and Maya are situated, and it looks like Team Liquid will elect to double down and not rotate over to Exo.
It also means that for CAG, they know that the site would only have one player. A rotate back down from Philippox. Maya has to be careful now towards Cafeteria by himself. Everyone else is back to site now for Team Liquid Alienware. Sharif through the wall. Headshot is clean. He's got 3 in the round, and CAG might be on the verge of an early attacking round win.
Sharif has been so good at this event, really thriving in the environment. Philippox and Nade now will need to try and aggress. Just the one gas babe up for Nade. And Philippox, will he be flooded? No, not quite, but there is the drop.
Philippox is surrounded. He's got Nade for cover towards Tank. What a shot though onto Anaton. Nade got rid of Zaka. This gets really spicy, but Sharif finds his 4th. On for the ace, and he'll get it. All 5 for Sharif. Well, forget the Grim Reaper when you've got Sharipa.
Yeah, what a round there. Really good work on the map clear. Helping shut down the offsite Cafeteria hold. Prior to that as well, with a great read on the Snake Cargo stairs, and that was what really kick-started the round for him. And then just as it got a little dicey there late round, was able to hold firm. Hitting some sharp shots in that round. 2 versus 2, 30 seconds, isolated Nade. And then Philippox was in an awkward position. And that will be a nice confidence boost for this Japanese squad.
Yeah, it's just an early one on the board. Just a way to kind of get your feet wet and say, yeah, we're here to play. We are not afraid of these guys. Top floor is going to be very difficult to attack into, but basement, storage, control, they should be the sites that CAG can certainly find success on their attack in this first half. Sharif with all 5 kills, the ace. He's been such a solid performer so far at the Esports World Cup, guys. How's this for a statistic? As we're in the final day of group stage playoffs to follow, he sits as the 3rd highest rated player, 124 EPS. Only behind Wizard and Bay. And get this, he's played 13 maps. So you think about, he's played far more games, and yet his ratios and his percentages are good enough for 3rd. Come onto the floor as this round to facilitate with the Roteros, help out the rest of his team. Double hard breach with the ace and the thermite. Nade will play storage on the pulse to gain information. Another normal looking setup from Team Liquid Alienware.
Sequential reaching activate. Time to ring some ears. Look out, it's live.
Of course, CAG cannot be reliant on just solo and individual efforts and moments for the entirety of this series. And whilst they can certainly come in handy, CAG will need to produce a team effort for a series win this afternoon. IT opened up, bit of pressure over towards Rafters, courtesy of the Grim. Hamilton almost caught out, but ultimately able to rotate. Payload directed elsewhere onto KZ, who is in that warehouse Rafters position.
And if they do get this IT control, though, they don't really have much to actually open up the floorboards if they want to play off it. So I think it's more about a case of clear out IT, make sure that Team Liquid are not actually holding that position, try and have to force them out of it. They don't care as much about creating the vert.
One ready.
I thought maybe they'd go for a direct hit. That will then leave them vulnerable to the pulse. And they can situate a player above for the flank watch against that vert.
Henderson does take the space towards IT. Again, good information for Nade. Chibisu. Oh, what a swing though. Maya doubling down, helping out Philippox. Opening kill goes the way of Team Liquid. Here comes Zaka though in the control room push. JV92 was switched on, ready for it, but then switches off quickly. DD, gotta check your right side. Does it. Easy kill for Nade. Well, Sharif got the ace in the previous round and now needs a quad. Far less time and no teammates to support him. Does get rid of KZ. Philippox is low, drops on down into a warehouse. Kit over towards the hallway. Expecting Team Liquid Alienware to surround him, to push him. Again though, catches out Nade. 10 seconds, a little bit more doable. Sharif knows where one is. Philippox is low. Goes for the pre-fire swing, but Philippox manages to connect first. Team Liquid take the third round and take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, and that's a really good showcase of just some of the dynamic teamwork that Team Liquid Alienware are renowned for. They never allowed CAG to set up in that round. CAG were forced into a lot of posturing, a lot of poking and prodding. Didn't get meaningful pressure or control on the top floor. They were then considering a couple of options in terms of where to route the diffuser. That too also fell short. I think initially the idea was let's clear IT, cut that off and think about storage, and then as the round progressed, they ended up, I think, wanting to maybe hit control, and they just never really connected the dots.
Oh, very early tactical timeout taken from Sparky for CAG by VARREL after 3 rounds, and honestly, guys, the rounds that we've seen so far haven't really been completely awful for CAG. Sparky wants to talk things over, and maybe sensing in this first half, looking at it as an opportunity to strike while the iron is hot. How many attacking rounds can they achieve? We know Nighthaven Labs is going to favor the defense. You've already got 1 attacking round. I think he's going for broke here. A little bit of an early play. An update on the B stream. It is now 5-4. Virtus.pro versus Weibo. Big ramifications in relation to APL happening there. We'll keep our eye on it and keep you guys updated as the tactical timeout expires for CAG. We're going to go top floor command server, and I do wonder maybe if this was also a timeout, guys, in relation to this site particularly. Solid Snake gets banned away from Sharif. He won't have access to that operator, but the Azami now gone and out of the hands of Team Liquid Alienware. So KZ play that in 2 of the 3 rounds.
Vulcan set up and ready to blow. Home improvement time.
Strong start from Team Liquid Alienware, and despite only leading by 1 round, CAG's sole round did come courtesy of an ace. And so again, feeding into that conversation that I was having before the previous round, teamwork is going to be what gets a best of 3 win across the board, and early signs pointing towards at least this opening map for Team Liquid looking very favorable.
And I spend so much time talking about you and your dad.
Philippox again going for the lobby spawn peak.
This is one of those ones though, if like no one really sees it, he can kind of keep doing it until he gets someone.
Keeps doing it until he either gets the kill or or gets scouted and potentially dies himself.
So what's the game plan here for CAG? Tactical timeout taken pretty early on. Not the kind of tactical timeout that we usually see where a team's losing and they need to try and regain some confidence. This feels a little bit more strategical from Sparky. And I don't mind it because there's not really too much else that you're going to get if you're Team Liquid Alienware to talk about right now. You're just on defense. You're just going to be playing a site that's really default, set positions. Information from Philippox inside of Electrical. 2 nitrosols available for the defense.
RCE going out.
A terrific start for Sharif. Do need others to start getting involved. And speaking of Sharif, KZ puts him in the bin. Lovely headshot through the IT breach. Another opening kill for Team Liquid Alienware. And DD is down but not out. He should be revivable, and indeed will be, as that nitrocell is overthrown.
Great work in this round from KZ.
Oh my, the timing on that is just ridiculous. Chipisu vaults in and catches the spray from KZ. That was intended for Anaton. An active KZ is now up to 6-2 in this match. And the best thing about this round from Team Liquid Alienware, getting on the front foot and disrupting what CAG wanted to try and accomplish in this round. Whatever strategic element that they thought they could bring into this 4th round is completely offset because of Team Liquid. Good shot found from DD. KZ with the quick trade. And he now has 7 kills of his own.
Just need to be mindful that they don't feed ones here.
Well,
Anaton
Philippox went for the swing IT. Did end up losing to Anaton. Chance for Zaka, and he hits the headshot, and we've got ourselves a round. Inside of Electrical, Maya stays alive. But Anaton, this could have been done. No, but Maya shuts him down before he had the chance in the 1v2 against 2 defenders, guys that were so low on health. 3-1, Team Liquid Alienware.
A little scary there at the end, but ultimately the cross was enough to drown the Blackbeard. But it was the disruption pre-execute there from Team Liquid Alienware that ultimately led to a victorious round. Aggression from KZ on that IT breach. And sure, a little bit of a fortunate timing on the Raptors follow-up. But nonetheless, not allowing CAG to really activate that utility and layer that onto the site and make the anchor work a challenge. That will be a little bit of a wake-up call for CAG that they just need to be incredibly cautious in terms of positioning and timings against the Team Liquid Alienware roster that at the moment is playing a very confident brand of Siege.
And KZ is also very active on the defense in this first half. He's had 2 rounds now where he's gotten 3 kills. He's also been involved in 2 entry battles. He's gone 1 for 1.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Another update, guys, but on that B stream, and at this point, I'm sure if you're watching the A stream right now, which obviously a lot of people are, you've got to have that B stream game on your second monitor. It's 5-5, 3rd map, Virtus.pro Weibo. This one's only just beginning. We're just kind of setting the groundwork. There's a long way to go here. But that one has had a grandstand conclusion.
So the 0 in play then for the 5th round. Zaka and CAG eager to gain more information in this round, and also a great tool to counter both the Goyo, the Mirror, and by extension, the Allah and the Thorn.
Now you won't.
And so it'll be intriguing to see just how effective the Argus launcher may be in this particular round. As it's Sharif to find the first. I wonder how many battles we'll see between these two over the course of this best of 3.
Well, it's already the 2nd time that we've, well, sorry, the 3rd time that we've seen these 2 in the entry battle. Rounds 2, 4, and now 5. Sharif leading 2-1 over KZ. And it's a pretty critical kill. It's the Solus that's been removed. So less information available for Team Liquid Alienware. They took away the Solid Snake to try and make it more difficult for Sharif especially on this side, entering the building, finding these roaming defenders, and yet the Deimos a perfect substitute. Deathmark activated onto Maya.
And in the other 2 rounds that you didn't mention, they took each other out. Not on the entry, but mid-round. So there is going to be a fierce battle between those two over the course of the afternoon. It'll be a pleasure to watch as we lock back in here for the 5th round. Advantage CAG, and there is the Argus launcher getting to good work. That's some good util clearance. It means that the path forward for a default plant is a little easier for CAG.
Chibisu's getting value out of the Jugger payloads as well. Damage onto Philippox of JV92. Again, another Vulcan canister pop nice and early. Yellow ping intel, that's Philippox down as well. From the Vulcan canister, Philippox is dead. Big kill from Zaka, and the Zero has had a huge success in this 5th round.
I've got my eye on you. Cam ready.
Tracker on him.
More information now courtesy of the Deimos. Little playable space remains for Team Liquid.
And it's just meaning that Maya is out of position now. Push up bending, but Dini was ready for it. A 3rd kill found in the round puts Maya and Nade in a very tricky position. Jugger payload onto Nade, forced to eat the call. Now taking more damage, but he found the kill onto Zaka. Doesn't matter now. Maya is the only one that remains, and with Sharif alive, surely CAG can hunt him down. Jugger payload, he literally has to answer the call or he will die. So forced to stop, answer, and allow Chibisu to get that plant down. And Chibisu then gets up and finds the kill. There's your 2nd attacking round from CAG by VARREL.
Great groundwork. Team Liquid Alienware didn't disrupt the util clearance like we have seen from them on several occasions, and that is the net end result. The Zero clearing so much utility, making site precarious to play. And despite a valiant effort on the anchor work late there as CAG tried to flood, ultimately traded out and good coverage on the plant.
Oh, 2-3, 1 round to go in this half. And maybe on the B stream, only 1 round to go for the series as Virtus.pro have acquired 6-5 series and playoff point. Weibo facing elimination if they can't win the next round. That's on the B stream. All happening here at the Esports World Cup, guys. With CAG, 2 attacking rounds on Nighthaven Labs, that's job done. They get a free swing now to close the half. A 3rd attacking round, then going to their defense would set them up perfectly here on Nighthaven Labs. Team Liquid Alienware have looked good. CAG, though, have also looked good. Both teams seem up for it today.
Yeah, certainly the impression that I share here, at least on map 1. Both teams well drilled, and we're already seeing some interesting counterplay from both rosters as they look to respond to one another.
Mine primed.
Should lead to an intriguing tug of war. As Maya finds a very early pick onto Chibisu.
That's his 3rd opening kill, by the way, from Maya.
And Chibisu on the breadstick. He's been really good at this event so far.
And his 2nd opening as well. Chibisu is struggling. And in fact, we know how great he was during stage 1, was really their best player. Sharif has definitely taken that role here at the Esports World Cup, though. And by the way, 100% conversion on the opening kills so far. Neither of these two have been able to overcome the 4 versus 5 deficit if they lose the entry battle.
Why do it yourself?
Pulse play once again from Team Liquid Alien, where it's been frequented here in the 1st half, aiding and gathering information on this lobby side pressure, courtesy of CAG. And it's in with the Monty band out, forced onto the Blitz. And we'll see if that's a difference maker in a round that is going to be, as you're alluding to, very difficult to convert, made even harder as Sharif tries to push Blue into the F-Not and slain by JV92.
Yeah, I just got that feeling about it, and I know statistically this round seems it's done, but whenever one of these two lose a player, the rest of the team try and then do a little too much to try and bring it back to an equal advantage. Then they're in worse positions, they're searching. I think the sooner that whoever of both of these teams realizes, yeah, if we lose one, not the end of the world. We don't have to start moving around more, trying to go a little bit more aggressive. We've actually had 4 straight rounds, by the way, where it's been 2 left alive. This one, though, ends flawlessly, as it seemed it was going to be. That one was done Really, as soon as Chibisu fell early on from Maya, that was the most dominant round that we've seen so far. Good way to close the half for Team Liquid Alienware. They lead 4-2. Par for the course here on Nighthaven Labs as CAG will switch over to the defense on this defender-sided map. Overall, I think both teams can find the positives.
Team Liquid Alienware, when they played proactively in the early portion of rounds, whether that be in the form of spawn kills or early aggression, largely facilitated by the info from the Pulse, for instance, when they disrupted and they didn't allow setup from CAG and util clearance and layering, they looked really good. But on the couple of occasions where CAG were given the license to get those tools to work, they're able to net a good result. They reach that benchmark and they now have a decent platform to launch into the second half. So it very much feels like a neutral result. Both teams will be pretty pleased and undeterred. I think though, in terms of that tempo and how both teams approach the second half, it's going to be very, very interesting to observe.
We've still got another minute on this scheduled timeout. I can't help but watch over
the B stream
and watch the B stream from here because it is looking like Weibo indeed will force overtime.
You may as well just walk over there.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and try cast it. Hold down the fort.
We've still got another 30 seconds here on this halftime scheduled timeout. And Weibo falls 6-6 on the B stream. Map 3. Win and you're into playoffs, lose and you go home. And for Weibo, of course, the ramifications when it comes to the APL region, can they get 2 slots for Asia heading into the next major? It's dependent over the next 5 minutes.
Wouldn't be very comfortable viewing for Chiefs back home.
Or EP.
Or EP.
So scheduled timeout coming to an end here. We head into the bands as the second half will commence. CAG go defense. Should be a good side for them. Monty and Bandit, the initial bans. Can't help but feel Kaid will follow. And maybe Blackbeard. Ah, it's the Grim. And it's the Mirror, interesting. And Mirror is not a bad ban by any means. It does leave the Kaid available. If CAG wish to use it,
Yeah,
they will not.
Largely a matter of personal preference. Some teams prefer to do the Bandit Kaid route. Others will typically exchange the Mirror back in for the Kaid. We've seen that purely based on team preference. So doesn't stand out as being particularly surprising to jump back into the server. I'm intrigued to see from the perspective of CAG what is their approach in this second half. We saw the disruption style from Team Liquid Alienware serve them really well.
Lobby door, and
what does CAG do? Do they go for anchor heavy? Do they try and play proactive? They have the kind of lineup here where you can play very on-site. You do not need to be
but you can also play aggressive off some of the util they've got, especially the F-Not mines from Anaton. If they're placed over towards, say, Electrical, they can fight that. They've got Nitrocells. You've got Sharif that will be active towards Rafters.
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Imagine DD on the water, though, will be keeping himself really site-focused. 4 flashes available, plus the smokes from the Capital. This is interesting from Sharif. This is not where you typically see the Azami start. The Azami will start and end at Rafters.
And there could be a window here for Sharif, but it's unlikely. Also,
be careful, though. I mean, the Azami is this sort of operator you need to stay alive on.
Yeah. Very much just in anticipation for maybe a missed drone or a lurk-in from Team Liquid Alienware, but
I will say the longer he sits there and doesn't get droned,
the harder the rotation back to Rafters could become here, especially
yes,
with IT
but
open.
if they don't know he's there explicitly and they start trying to take Rafters, he could maybe pop out and get 1 or 2.
True. But if he does get isolated and then he can't deploy Keeper barriers, then it's a big loss for CAG.
Yeah, this is not how you would typically see CAG play this top floor, so they're definitely throwing caution to the wind. 92 upside down. To be fair, Team Liquid Alienware haven't actually tested rafters at all. Sharif can still get back, and it looks like he will. Nate's actually droned over towards warehouse, so Sharif is making his way back up rafters. He did get droned out from that entrance. So back to normality.
There's a big nitro potential here for DD. It's a huge stack electrical.
Nitrocel's just not going to be able to do anything with the Thatcher on the board. Well played from Nade.
It was well placed, but unfortunately disabled.
JV catches Anaton. What, he's just in the middle of IT.
Tried to do his best KZ impression and got caught out.
Just not needed at that point of the round. There's only a minute left. Threw a life away. Maya dead. KZ hoping that there's going to be a swinging towards electrical from DD, but he falls back. Zaka burns. Nicely done from Philippox. Site starting to fall apart for CAG. Team Liquid Alienware on the attack look lethal on this top floor. They're shredding the defense. KZ push in, plus nade. There's that Brazilian pressure. Top floor defense cracked immediately as Team Liquid Alienware go 5-2 up.
Whoa. Love watching their style of attack. When it works out, it's so incredibly fluid. Great way to kick off their campaign in the second half. But while CAG early tried to aggress, tried to play active, tried to be on top of this attack, the eventual flood and the counter pressure from Team Liquid far surpassed what CAG could withstand.
And an update for the B stream as I'm doing every single round. Apologies, but it is a
It's a very big game.
pretty big game. 7-6 in favor of Weibo Gaming. They've taken the lead against Virtus.pro. And get this, for those not watching the B stream, 5 of the last 6 rounds have now been won by Weibo. Virtus.pro's lead has crumbled. Weibo now have 2 chances for 2 slots in the next major and to make top 8 here at the Esports World Cup. That's live on the B stream.
We are going to have a very interesting top 8 at this Esports World Cup. Maybe. Pending this result here on the A stream and that result over.
Throwing CAG, and at that point it's just absolutely chaotic final 8 if they can get there. But right now Team Liquid Alienware looking pretty solid on Nighthaven Labs. Again, this is the map pick for CAG by VARREL. KZ's up to double-digit kills. Sharif's not too far behind with 9. Nice early statement, though, to take that top floor, and the way that they did it was clean. Now this
is a
very horizontal push-in, smoke layer down, Glaz to cover, Philippox to dash in, go for the plant. This could be a quick round.
Yeah, just DD side, but Zaka on the soils can gather info from storage.
Do they push straight off the breach? No. Philippox will actually drone through first. They need to open up the sidewall as well. They do again have DD here. In fact, I think a couple of members of CAG are going to start to make their way back. Sharif sitting down there with a Nitrocell. DD caught though by nade.
Well, here's the flood. Here we go.
Flood starting to come in now from Team Liquid Alienware. Philippox into the corner, going for the plant now. Smokes are layered. Maya, gun up. That got hit.
Oh,
Oh, Sharif
JV missed!
Sharif has eliminated Philippox with that Nitrocell. The Thatcher cannot hit. And that means Diffuser needs to be recollected quickly, and does do that, Maya.
Yeah,
they can reset off this.
They've done a very good job to quickly collect that diffuser and not allow CAG to now cut that off. And in the meantime, they have got vert control and pressure. Team Liquid Alienware, the type of team that can find a plan B, but it's being disrupted now by CAG.
Well, KZ, I thought he was about to die in the hallway. Pistol up, and then he's the one that gets the kill onto Jibisu. He's 1-7 for one of the top players from APAC North, struggling in this match. CAG got the lifeline with that kill onto Philippox, but it will mean nothing if they lose this round. Zaka, drop down, information, doesn't opt for the swing. Now he does, and now he gets the kill. 50 seconds, 3 versus 3.
Big moment here for CAG. Can they convert? Team Liquid disrupted in this round, and the plan B hasn't been an easy transition.
No one on basement now as well for Team Liquid. They've gone fully first floor. They'll play at the drop of the hatches. It means for CAG, they can sit site. They can hold these angled positions. Late drone in. Oh, Anaton! Anaton's just pushed up and found them just sitting at the hatch. Double kill. Shield up, shield down. Anaton's here to flex his guns. To find this third round for CAG, they acquire it. What a play from Anaton.
Oh, Great reposition. Team Liquid Alienware tried to go for the direct hit, and JV92 just missed a critical Thatcher shot. The EMP not landing onto the Nitro was denied whilst it was collected, and they tried to go for the Vert take. That too disrupted by CAG.
And an update on the B stream as well. Weibo Gaming have eliminated Virtus.pro from the Esports World Cup. They will get into playoffs, and Asia will acquire 2 slots for their sub-region for the next major. VP are eliminated on the B stream. CAG 3-5, huge round win courtesy of Anaton. Now the question will be, there's one APAC team, will there be a second?
Protection from grenades.
Yeah, huge moment for Weibo. We're sitting down and watching that game prior to this one here on the A stream, and
10 seconds
yeah,
left.
some really good siege from that second map onwards for those guys, and I'm sure they'll be thrilled with that
5
result
seconds remaining.
and big implications for APL going forward. As you said before, it now means if CAG want to claim 2 slots back over to APAC North, they need to have a deep run here at the Esports World Cup, and it starts in this match. And whilst they've played some good siege so far, Team Liquid Alienware are not going down without a fight. Massive duel. Once again, KZ versus Shreveep. This time, it's KZ to win out.
Another opening kill for Team Liquid Alienware. They've now made it 4 straight rounds. That's been a sore point for CAG by VARREL. But that previous round, round 8, was the first round in which the opening kill was not converted. A 7-round streak where it was the case. We'll see if that returns to normality. Zono canister thrown onto the IT reinforced wall from Anaton. They do still have 3 Nitro cells available in this round. KZ's on a mission though.
Target located. Second floor.
How does CAG fight themselves back into the round? It's looking dicey at the moment. Anaton thinking about the drone hole Nitro for rafters. We'll probably need a distraction or pressure elsewhere if he is to bait that in. Could be for Leapox on the receiving end, but a good gather of info from KZ will make that ineffective. Chibisu in the meantime will get the SMG to work. Maya falls, and so payload's now out of play. DD pressured, and Chibisu falls. Team Liquid Alienware back in an advantageous position, and DD gets timed. Right, as he un-ADS as the swing comes through. Zaka fighting back, but again, immediately under pressure in response. Anaton, what can he do? Not much. Team Liquid Alienware take round 9.
Well, I mean, it's again another round where you get that first pick. Things start to crumble for CAG. They couldn't find a way back into the round. Team Liquid Alienware get themselves to 6. 6-3. There's the quick response after CAG's big round win in number 8. It's looking good for Team Liquid Alienware on Nighthaven Labs. 3 straight needed for CAG, and they do not have their tactical timeout, having already taken it very early on in the first half. We head into the bands to see what's up next, but it's a long way back now for CAG by VARREL. Team Liquid Alienware looked really, really good today. It is the Nomad, and it is the Wamai.
In some ways, I'm quite happy that the match is done on the B stream. It was serving as a bit of a distraction, but for all the right reasons. And now us and the remaining APL fans are sitting back and waiting to see if CAG can produce a result in this matchup. Map 1, the selection of CAG has not been good enough. It's been good, but not good enough. Team Liquid Alienware looking strong. The second map, though, an interesting selection. Team Liquid Alienware electing to go to Clubhouse, a mainstay for CAG, a map with a lot of data, a lot of history, a lot of that positive. So there is the potential that even if this first map goes the way of Team Liquid Alienware, CAG can fight back.
5 seconds left.
3 more opportunities in regulation as we go to the tertiary site.
Team Liquid's map pick of Clubhouse up next as well bodes well for them. So far, There is only one Brazilian team that is currently qualified for playoffs, that being FaZe Clan. They'd love to join their brothers. Of course, Furia versus Fnatic to follow up on the B stream is going to be an intriguing matchup as well. Well, the opening kill is just so vital from what we've seen in this match. 9 rounds played for an 8-to-1 conversion. And that's 4 straight for Team Liquid Alienware, so no surprise as to why they're leading so extensively now.
And Team Liquid now will pivot into a very info-heavy lineup with the Dr. B and the Deimos this time round. And that will be complemented by the Blitz. We'll see what kind of approach they go for. I guess the default game plan here will be IT open, then think about storage. Initially that posing some problems, but it should be pretty easy to recover. And Nade could deal with those electric claws, but
this is interesting.
Anderton immediately in their face.
Well, DD's taken down by Philippox. He got quickly traded by Zaka. Here comes Chibitsu. With the run outside. Couldn't get back inside, though. KZ went for the plant, by the way, and Anderton was able to find the kill as JV92 shuts down Zaka after he too got one earlier. It's down to just Sharif and Anderton. And to be fair, the case is in a bit of a tricky spot, though, as well for Team Liquid Alienware, but Maya with the Vendetta gets rid of the Sharipa. So it's only Anderton that remains, but he finds a crucial kill onto Nade. Plant going down from JV92 inside of storage. It will be a post plant now for Anderton.
And Deathmark. Surely no chance for Anderton.
Position now known. But he too also knows where Maya is located. Kiva barrier, the delay, the time, it's awful for Anderton. He'll think about going the long way round. He knows he needs to find the kills. He knows this vault in is going to be so difficult. Well played from Maya as Team Liquid Alienware get the opening map in this series. 1 map away from making it to playoffs here at the Esports World Cup.
Clinical performance on map 1. Still potentially a long way to go in this series.
No, because I just realized we're going to keep talking. Oh, I missed it by about 10 seconds. And on that note, Jake, Xenox, Dinny, Michael, Guz, Gary, it is time for us to get underway with this one. CAG by VARREL unfortunately backs up against the wall. Team Liquid Alienware are looking damn good and look like they deserve a quarterfinal.
Well, they certainly do look like they deserve the quarterfinal. After that opening map, they're going to be very difficult to stop. CAG by VARREL as well. At the very least, guys, they start defense here on Clubhouse. That's a good sign for them to maybe get comfortable, win a few rounds, try and dictate things early on, put Team Liquid Alienware a little bit on the back foot.
I think for me, one curveball we haven't mentioned for this second specific map is with there being so much data, so many VODs,
but both teams,
many replay files, I would probably, and this is not disrespect at all to the support staff of CAG, I think that Team Liquid Alienware in terms of the behind the scenes theory crafting, it's probably going to be a little stronger, at least that would be my read. And so it means that over the course of this map, if CAG get hard countered on some of the strats and some of the ideas that have seen them success here on Club, then they're going to be put into a tricky position to try and fight their way back into the map.
Unfortunately, it is Clubhouse, though. Of all maps, it's probably the one map where you...
Yes, it is one of the
can only
maps...
get so much unique information, is probably the best way to phrase it.
Correct.
5 seconds to go.
So CAG by VARREL fighting for their tournament life here on the second map of this series. But it's not the first time at the Esports World Cup, guys, that they've had to fight for their tournament lifeline. They go all the way back to play-ins when they have to beat Shopify Rebellion. And since then have gone on a pretty decent run. They beat All Gamers, took a map off Dark Zero, and here they are now against Team Liquid Alienware. By the way, reminder, with Weibo qualified into the top 8, CAG will need top 4 at minimum if they were to try and get 2 slots for the APAC North region. Basement to begin.
Yeah, and CAG playing a very defensive-minded setup for the late round, but despite that, still with large presence off the objective, it is just currently DD over towards Dirt. Rest of the team scattered across the first and second floors, and so Team Liquid Alienware currently posturing to go direct through Dirt.
Shotgun go live.
Splitting the attack a little bit elsewhere, though.
This is interesting. Sharif like by himself inside a cache. He needs to make his way down red stairs, get a bit of help from Anaton. Anaton, though, battling, and he gets taken down very, very low. So Anaton's low because he had to come and salvage Sharif's positioning. They do eventually escape back down to basement, but at what cost? Now Anaton is on 1 HP. Sharif also took some damage, and with that, Team Liquid Alienware have got first floor control. They've also got Philippox in a pretty deep position towards Dirt. Lovely clear onto Sharif. So far, the first engagements have all gone the way of Team Liquid Alienware. Oh, Philippox almost catching a timing. Looks for the pushback. Lovely job from Philippox. Completely outplays Sharif. I don't know what Chibisu's doing there. Just zero awareness. CAG getting completely torn to shreds. That is a lesson on how to play this game from Team Liquid Alienware. CAG asleep at the wheel. That is a combination of two things. One, a really solid round from the attack, and two, probably the worst played round from CAG at the event so far.
Yeah, they got just completely decimated on a lot of those key positions, the key fights early. CAG trying to play a bit of a soft roam, and whilst they did rotate back towards the side, it was a devastating push courtesy of the Blackbeard of Philippox Dirt. Nothing Sharif could really do. Chibisu then got caught pushing blue, left Anaton on an island gen, completely capitulating in that round. And whilst each round should be taken on its own merit, if we start to see that become a trend, maybe this storyline will turn into CAG running out of gas again at an international event.
Yeah, I mean, they, along with Fnatic, have played the most amount of games at this event so far, being the play-in winners and still at the tournament.
I'm reloading.
10 seconds.
After a while, you wonder, yeah, how much more adrenaline have they got in the tank? How much more can they give? This is going to be a tough ask, and the fact that they've just given up an attacking round to Team Liquid on the opening round, it's just not a good start.
If CAG go on to lose this map, but they play well, that's one thing. We saw Labs that the siege overall was actually really not that poor. They can't let it deteriorate here on the second map, where especially on Club, those mistakes will be exposed.
And it can get really ugly.
Yep. Gotta maintain touching distance.
On the flip side, Team Liquid Alienware look like they're just ramping up for a deep run here at the Esports World Cup. If they can just breeze past the CAG team that's caused quite a lot of headaches, they're going to be well placed going into the final 8. Got to get there first, though. So far, I mean, I don't think we've really seen Team Liquid make many mistakes at all. They've been clinical, and that's what you typically expect out of the Brazilian teams. If you're going to beat them, you've just got to be better than them. They're not going to make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, they're a well-oiled machine this afternoon. It's been fun to watch.
Oh, Didi is so uncomfortable. Logi drop successful. Didi actually ended up finding the kill onto KZ. Turn around, and here was Philippox. Good trade from Zaka, but then there comes Maya. And suddenly, it's T-Law that have got themselves a 3 versus 2. And stuck inside a bathroom is Sharif. Lovely swing headshot. Needs to find the last 2 on the nade in JV92. The swing, though, from JV92 is exquisite. 2-0 start on the attack at Club. Team Liquid Alienware have top 8 in their sights.
Oh, they're not messing around. Not worried about clearing cash.
I wonder if Spark is going to call a timeout again early here. He called it after 3 rounds back on Nighthaven Labs.
Probably not yet. But those kind of direct attacks are what can make this a devastating result and could lead to a quick and big blowout. There's a big snowball over towards Logi. CAG initially kept pace up until the 33, then Zaka got caught on the gym rotate, and from there, Team Liquid Alienware were able to steamroll advantage and play nicely into what eventuated as a 2v1 with info on bathroom. And so far, determining the tempo and the direction of this half, which on a map such as Club, when you're on the attack, puts you in such a strong position. CAG need to come up with answers quickly if they want to maintain touching distance with their opposition. Over to Cash for round 3. And looking to play into the lounge hole below, courtesy of Castle. And a default denial, courtesy of Tachenko.
And I should add, Gym Bedroom, by the way, as a site objective these days, guys, is very much attacker-sided. Look at the statistics. The SAL, it sits at a 58% attacker win rate. For the APAC North region, though, it sits at 50-50, but both basement and CCTV cache are far more defender-sided. So if you're CAG, maybe you don't get too hung up on that particular site. Maybe there is a level of expectation that Gym Bedroom will be difficult to defend in this map. But really now, you must be winning cache and CCTV if you're much of a chance here. And it's it again onto the clash. Early ROU thrown out from JB92 as Nade sits on the other side of the CC window outside of the balcony of construction. KZ dead early. Jibisu's found two. Eventually Obe cooks and dies to Maya. Angles being opened up from Nade and Zaka falls inside of Cash. Can they get the revive? Anaton's just pivoted over to provide a little shield cover so they can get him back up, of which they do. And then it's Zaka that finds the kill onto Nade. Was that with the gas pipe?
Yeah.
I don't see that much these days, ever since they first came in. And honestly now leaves Team Liquid in a very tricky position because you've got JV92 just outside breach. Maya's all the way out on the subroof balcony. They are well and truly split from each other and they don't have kit.
Yeah, they just didn't have the util there for the follow-up onto Rez. If Nade had a frag grenade, that could have played out very, very differently. But CAG have afforded themselves a strong advantage. Plenty of time for the problem solve here, but limited utility, and CAG with some strong defensive operators still up.
Most importantly, they've still got Sharif playing that Rafters position, so they've got this covered nicely. JB92 forcing his way in. There is that cover from Rafters, courtesy of Sharif. He gets them both. CAG win out on Cash and CCTV. They're on the board here on Clubhouse. They'll go basement next after this. Well, the pressures of an elimination match are palpable. Every single round, every single moment mattering. And in that round, Chibisu comes to the foray.
Yeah, he was 2-9 back on the opening map of Labs. We questioned his impact on the match at an event that has been tricky for him despite a very, very strong domestic result in APAC North. So maybe that will just settle the nerves a little bit for him in particular now going forward. It was a nice double on the Logi side. It gave his team a really nice platform to then play off for the trade as the round progressed. It also wards off that tactical timeout. Sparky can pocket that for later on. It will be the Monty and the Wamai out of play for the remainder of the half.
Monty hasn't been played in this half. It's been all Blackbeard from Philippox. And it will be Blackbeard again. And with the blitz.
Do we see the double down dirt play from Team Liquid in this round? Is very successful on the first attempt.
It was successful though because Sharif was just brazen pushing the solo Blackbeard down dirt and very much in the middle of dirt. Philippox looks like he's going to switch off the Blackbeard, and same with KZ. He'll go Deimos and they'll bridge the Thermite, so hard bridge will be doubled up for Team Liquid.
Which would suggest they'll go for the full map clear. And this lineup from CAG theoretically should be a little weaker than the first attempt, I would imagine. Things like the Solace.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they've just replaced the Wamai with the Valkyrie and got rid of the castle for the Thorn.
Reinforcing walls.
Oh, sorry, I was looking back at a different round, yeah. Yeah, the castle will just alleviate some of the util clearance required from the side of Team Liquid.
Makes sense in some ways. The Razor Blooms can help with that shield play, but shields have been put to the side in this round for Team Liquid.
Really big fucking
As you mentioned, they will go top down clear. They'll eventually get Nade over towards kitchen and the hallway position. They'll open up the floors with the skeleton key of the Buck. Sharif, this is intriguing. He can catch the timing. He could get the kill. Oh, no, that's not what you want to do, though. And he'll go for it again, but he loses the battle to Maya.
That was a big overcook.
Careful.
I mean, that right there, though, is where you've just got to say, you know what, I messed up. Or hang on, double down Chibisu. Impact onto Maya to finish him off. Jeez, that's so risky to
KZ
swing
secret,
that
KZ
window.
secret.
KZ inside a secret. One goes prone. Got one, not the second. Jibisu salvaging it. At the very least, the 3 versus 3. And more importantly, it's the Azami that stays alive. You don't need the Valkyrie. Get those keeper barriers into the server. Anatim will sit now in the grave and watch the cameras.
Yeah, very chaotic mid-round.
And no IQ remaining either. The garage, stock, and bar are where the Valkyrie cameras are placed. They'll have a lot of information on this first floor positioning of Team Liquid.
Yeah, they should have a pretty proactive read as to whether or not this ends up being a kit drop or a moto drop. Still 2 exos as well for Philippox if they want to go for trip wall. But there's options are plenty for Team Liquid.
Zaka's up in garage.
Maybe trying to play proactively off that info. This is risky.
He's on the move. Never mind, he just drops oil pit.
And it looks like the attack only have an arsenal and a second floor cam at the moment. So the flank, if it were to be attempted, would probably be favorable.
I mean, CAG know this is not going to be a blue side here. That means Zaka can play there pretty safely. They're probably cluing on to the fact. Bot main, maybe kitchen, certainly Moto's a possibility.
Got to be kitchen. They've got so much info on Arsenal. 2 drones.
30 seconds, so they're going to go for it now just to make sure they don't leave little time remaining. Leapox holding the angle. Jibisu's going to give him nothing, still has a keeper barrier available, and also an impact grenade too. 1 gas bay for DD as we head into the final 18 seconds.
Need to make this smoke count. Can Chibisu deny the drop?
Has to be clean. Flash thrown in. There's the drop and an immediate kill onto Philippox. The second drop to follow. Nicely done from Nade. Collects the kit, but has only got 4 seconds to then go for the kills. He'll go for the plant. He needs to stick it. Round is done. CAG make it back-to-back round wins. We're tied on Clubhouse.
That's better. CAG have been able to come alive. Some good moments in the rounds that they have been able to close. Just enough to settle those nerves, which I think maybe did permeate back on map 1. It was a 3 versus 3 for the majority of that round. It was ugly early from Sharif. Impact got the extinguisher. But then he got a helping hand from Chibisu. This cut off from KZ as well almost proved to be detrimental, but a good trade. And Team Liquid had good info on the Arsenal drop, but it was late in the round and the defense with too much util to contend with.
Well, you know what's interesting, back on Ninehaven Labs was the KZ and Sharif show. And so far here on Clubhouse, it's either been Sharif or KZ the opening death in the opening 4 rounds. Neither of them also finding a kill either in the early engaging entry battle. So quite a reversal from what we saw in the opening map as we head back to gym bedroom. Attacker-sided site. This would be the big one.
5 seconds left.
If CAG by VARREL win this round, they'll go 3-2 up. And they get through an attacker-sided site, then to the safety of Cash and CCTV. Which actually, statistically, from what I looked at, both SAL and APAC North, sits at pretty much the same rate, defensive win rate, as Basement from stage 1.
Trade mine going out.
Camera feed.
We'll see what kind of investment CAG elect to make on cash side, currently cleared by
Changing
them.
mags.
This is where the Monty ban comes into effect as well. When you think about clearing rafters, you typically like to bring the Kappa Tower with the Monty, clear out. Don't have that available. Philippox with the ROUs. Well, I mean, I'm thinking Cash and CCTV actually. I just completely blanked.
Activating drone.
I mean, it still can be a useful tool if the team extends CC side, but again, not the case here from CAG at the moment. Big emphasis on site. Team Liquid Alienware will be the team to go direct if they sense that opportunity. They will not shy away from that challenge. And with the util layering that they do have on offer, it's certainly a strong possibility.
Well, one of the ROUs has been used. You can just see it there in the background to kind of cover that CC window, knowing that there can be pressure from
KZ's
the
deep.
defense. KZ deep but dead. Nice catch from Sharif. Nitrocell from Anaton connects as well from main stairs. So far it's CAG winning the battles. Philippok just outside Jim on the window has at least got the case, but he can't really get involved to help out Nade. Nade's by himself towards Garage, coming in on a very, very late flank. Zaka towards construction, needs to be cautious, but he does have a keeper barrier blocking that window from outside.
Valcam CC, they'll have a read on this push.
They know that Nade is inside of Cash and they can fall back. They'll play Bathroom, they'll play Jacuzzi Breach. They know that neither of them are at that Jacuzzi Breach.
It's all about discipline now for CAG. This is their round to lose. Minute on the clock. Information advantage, though, to the defense.
It seems as if Nate is aware that DD's tucked into Logi. Just a matter of getting to him, though.
Nothing to dislodge.
And hoping that DD will go for a swing, but DD's just got to hold his position. He can't call DD. He's already eaten a jug of payload. So he's going to call Sharif instead. Sharif's in bathroom. He's safe. Still no push out. I think he was hoping to see if that was maybe going to be the Fenrir, but it's not. It's DD. He's still not moving from this corner. That's eating up time. That's forcing Nate and Philippox to rethink their strategy. Go direct to the site. They found the kill onto Sharif, but through the shield screen. Saka catches Philippox. Nate then searching back, but already pushed out. DD on the timing. Gets to safety. Should be no world in which Nate could win it from this position. Well, he does get one kill. Needs 2 more. 10 seconds on the clock. They can afford to give him the case to push into the site. They'll play towards main and Logi as DD hits the headshot. CAG will take the lead here on Clubhouse.
Yeah, that was textbook discipline in the late round from CAG by VARREL. Did a great job in not allowing Team Liquid to isolate. Forced that awkward late round push. Keezy thought he had an opening. He went for the all-in play over towards the Jacuzzi breach. Got relatively deep, but then CAG caught wind. Cleared him. Rest of the team was then out of sync. And so CAG got the 1-by-1. And with only 2 attackers remaining, and again the information advantage in favor of CAG. It was theirs to lose, and lose they did not. Now in the lead, 1 round to go in the half.
All these rounds have been so close ever since that flawless from Team Liquid Alienware back in round 1. What about Sparky, the trust that he put in his team? Down 2-0 early on, 2 attacking rounds to the opposition after being a map down as well. But didn't call the tactical timeout, elected to just let them play it out, and since then, they win 3 straight rounds. Cash and CCTV, final round of the half. We'll see if CAG can get to 4, or if Team Liquid Alienware can stop this streak.
Yeah, that's a pretty convincing opening 2 rounds as well from Team Liquid. The credit to CAG in being able to find a bit of comfortability and confidence and translate that into results. Still though, they'll be eager to go on here and have a lead at the halftime break.
By the way, 3 opening deaths for KZ. He has had a far more difficult time on Clubhouse than he did on Nighthaven Labs.
Yeah, it was a 2-2 entry for him back on Labs, a 13-6 overall performance. His role here has been a little different.
Chipisu, what a shot, and it's on to KZ!
And the double down, Nade only just alive.
But JV92 down the hallway catches a break by getting the timing, and Chipisu shot down. Nade still alive, but low on the Dockerby.
And you've lost your primary hard breach. Sure, secondaries is back up, but that's going to make things awkward now for Team Liquid. A significant loss. See what kind of response they now elect to formulate.
They haven't even got any work done on this Kennel's wall. You're going to have to use the secondaries. It also means it's going to be rough to vault in.
I'm eager to see, does Anderton go for the trick here? Does he make the ballsy play on the Bandit?
It's possible.
There's no one on.
He is in position for this trick with the Shockwire battery. And it is still electrified in general, so right now there is no trick needed. They're got the EMP impacts from Nate. He calls a jug of payload onto Anderton. Anderton can eat the call if he wants. He will go for the trick. Will he get any of these? Well, the left side will stay closed. Right side's going to vault in. Minute left on the clock. Honestly, not an amazing amount of success for Team Liquid Alienware, all things considered. They've got 60 seconds.
It's a very awkward entry. In the vault, you'll be exposed top red and rafters simultaneously. It's not a position you can play with any comfortability.
Oh my god, secret. Zaka's got to be careful. Nade, not ready for it. A pop-up shotgun kill from Zaka. Gets rid of the Dockerby. This is so awkward for Team Liquid. Maya thinking about it, but immediately dead, and that case sits on the opened up wall as the Nitrocell connects from Zaka. It will be 4 straight rounds from CAG by VARREL to close this half. Unless Philippox can get 3 more quick kills, he's only got 20 seconds. No chance. It's 4 straight from CAG.
Well, they're being rewarded. They're playing good Siege today, and whilst on Labs they were outmatched, and early here on Club it felt like it could have been the same story. The result has finally gone their way, and a solid benchmark half for them. 2 minutes to have a chat, relax, recuperate, and discuss the plan going forward. Sparky and CAG looking quite comfortable. The body language chill, and understandably so. It was, again, a really solid half of Siege from them. As the half progressed, it felt like Team Liquid Alienware were, again, scrambling. A lot of the rounds, they were forced into Plan Bs and Plan Cs, and they're the kind of team that will action into that very, very quickly, but it's still a low percent in terms of conversion, and CAG punished that. As we look back at the replays from that first half, tell you what, those first 2 rounds were scary for CAG. Team Liquid Alienware looked like they were going to potentially run away with this series, but the fight back from the APAC North squad has been fierce.
Well, it's like what you mentioned in terms of the last couple of rounds where Team Liquid have had to pivot, they've had to adapt. Why? I'll give you the reason why. KZ is the only player that had opening deaths in that half. He went 0 and 4, right? But it's the operators that he was playing. Thermite, Blitz, Habana, Thermite. So you're losing your hard bridge or you're losing your Blitz. Big operators, big importance. Only one of those rounds was actually not converted, which was the second round, but all of the other 3 were. So finding opening kills, a 4-2 split in favor of CAG. They got themselves off to a good start in the majority of their rounds. But as we're coming to a close here for the halftime break, they will now go on to the attack. That's not going to be easy. Fully expecting for Team Liquid Alienware to rebound into the second half on their defense.
Yeah, let's see which direction they go for the bans. I guess it's more notable on the side of Team Liquid Alienware in terms of what do they take out for the side of Anaton. Do they want the Monty out of play and or the Blitz and or the Blackbeard, or do they leave them all up and focus on the Heart Breach department? Seems like Monty will be the initial route. There is also the potential for the flex into the Capital or the Grim with an emphasis on the blue clear below and rafters above. See what the game plan ends up being here for Team Liquid. Typically here on Clubhouse, they will ban out Hard Breach, actually. Monty is a rarity. So there is the Hard Breach. Equal with the Ace. They'll typically go for the double down, but on this occasion, they complemented and respect Anaton by taking the Monty out of play. From the side of CAG, it's basically the standard with the Kaid and the Bandit.
Well, the real test is going to be now for CAG, what their attack is going to look like into the Brazilians. I think we'll get a pretty good idea quickly as we begin the second half. Also, Team Liquid Alienware, a very intriguing defensive lineup when you've got Maya on the scope hole. So every time you see that purple icon, you think, well, what are we up for in this round? How is he going to want to play it?
Bomb located by attackers.
Sometimes the scope pulse is almost used as an inadvertent time denial. You know, you put a bathroom, they're forced to clear it, they're going to maybe use utility to clear it. The perceived threat more than the active transfer. The web of the tripwire connectors placed by Nade as well.
Well, given they've castled off strip side, it's not going to be a solo strip hold. It will probably be time wastage up above, then goes back to your point. Do we see the bathroom shell, or do we see a variant on that? Maybe more emphasis cache side, for instance. But it's heavy off-site play from Team Liquid currently. Not a single member of the defense basement. CAG could see this then as an opportunity and a vulnerability to go direct from dirt, but currently posturing for the clear elsewhere. And with the Solid Snake and the Blitz, I don't think that's the best idea. The worst of ideas. Whoa. At least they got the trade, but again, it's the key operators that are dying early. We saw it from Team Liquid in the first half, and it's CAG to be on the receiving end here in round 7.
I mean, forget the shell. That's just, if you can take the Blitz, that's a big win from the Scope Pulse. It may be a 4 versus 4, right? So numbers are equal, but the Scope Pulse is irrelevant in terms of utility in comparison to the Blitz. That's a huge win for Team Liquid Alienware. Big loss for CAG. They lose their shield, they lose the heart and soul of this roster in Anaton. They must now go it alone without him. Drake will gain some information with the radar. That need needs to be good, and it will be.
That's JV92 inside of Bar.
Philippox wins a battle towards Stock. Some aggressive positioning here from Team Liquid Alienware, and maybe now they've seen enough. 4 versus 3 is a good time to fall back, play sight. They'll play 4 stack down below.
A very positive position now for Team Liquid.
Ready for reach.
Got that advantage. They've wasted half the round. They've drawn out utility from this attack.
Charging position.
Now very much a case of converting this advantageous position. CAG will need to try and problem solve their way through and try and attack blue side. And whilst initially it's good onto JV92, Philippox finds the trade.
DD drops down into Moto. They're just going to go for it while there's still a lot of time on the clock. DD may not actually be known with his positioning and will just go for the plant. Taps it once, has ping information. They have the shell as well to watch. JV92 trying to keep an eye on things inside a church. So Team Liquid Alienware are not in the dark here. Chibisu just trying to draw some attention away. KZ clears out DD though, and Chibisu by himself trapped inside a Moto. Needs to push clear. Bot main does get one onto Nade. Pops the fire extinguisher to buy some time, and I like this with the secondary hard bridge. Open up the wall. Well, he's already got one. Side opened up. That's his third kill in the round, and we've got a beeline 1v1. Philippox versus Chibisu. And there is still 20 seconds.
And the bees.
Oh, Chibisu! The bees were needed. The gun does it all. That is a huge round from Chibisu. He's been missing all tournament long. But comes up clutch in the biggest game. 5-2 lead for CAG by VARREL.
That is a huge moment. Team Liquid, the early to mid round was absolutely spot on. CAG lost the blitz early, and Team Liquid were able to peel back to start, reinforce their positions, and set themselves up for the kind of round that they shouldn't be losing. But Chibisu fought his way on that short position.
Oh my word.
Whilst they did land, ultimately not needed. Philippox was left in a terrible position. He capitalized. Massive moment for CAG.
Well, if he's back now, this whole series can change pretty quickly. 9-6, the best player from APAC North in Stage 1. He's been struggling at the Esports World Cup. Sharif has really covered over the cracks. But if he's back and we go to a third map, this could get really dangerous for Team Liquid. In fact, it already is, considering they're 3 rounds down as CAG also are able to take basement on the attack. It's also now 5 consecutive round wins. All the momentum is with the APAC North team. 2 rounds away from getting us to bank. KZ looking for a secret window peek. It doesn't connect as he falls back up top red. It's Cash and CCTV.
He's looking to get himself back into the map.
Yeah, he hasn't been in the map.
While KZ's seen a decline, Chibisu's seen a rise.
And Sharif is still going really nicely at 7-4. What can Team Liquid Alienware do to get themselves back into Clubhouse? Their map pick.
The impact play from the defense into the mirror. Not super effective Jacuzzi side. Still yet to see its impact over towards Kennels. 2 summers still remain for the attack. And some good drone work deep insight from Sharif.
A pretty heavy extension, by the way, over to Gym Bedroom side for the defense.
You look at the vert potential here for the attack, right? Deimos, Chibisu, and then Sharif can go for triple impact Cash. It makes that part of the map increasingly difficult to play, but you're right. Team Liquid are fully invested over towards bedroom side.
It means they can get cut off. It also means JV92 Rafters completely by himself. Nay top red completely by himself. There are some vulnerable positions, but CAG look pretty steadfast in wanting to clear from Gym Bedroom's side. Yellow pink, Sharif lurking below. Trying to find a timing. Looking for this impact trick from the Zofia. Zakka's taking a good angle, but Nade, what a shot. Maya died to Chibisu. Anaton, the pistol. It's a flurry of trades again as they push in on the Gym Bedroom side. Big battle won by Jibitsu.
Oh, and Sharif got caught below.
Well, the 1v3 in the previous round from Chibisu now needs the 1v2. Rushing off this information from the death mark, but rushes past the doorway and JV92 was ready for it. There's the bounce back round from Team Liquid, finally stopping this run of rounds from CAG. Stops at 5.
A couple of moments of hesitation. Zaka with the half peak. Con got caught. And then down below, Sharif never had a serious opportunity to land the double impact or the triple impact. And it then meant that the tradability of that push Jacuzzi side was always going to be compromised. Maybe you could have taken initiative, tried to pinch from top red or find a different avenue to support the team. Either way, it was some sharp shooting from Team Liquid to generate a result. Sparky's mouth is covered, which means he's talking to the boys, CAG with their tack. But it goes by quickly, only 10 seconds remain to formulate a map-winning play.
Yeah, I do wonder what Sparky's kind of talking about here. They've got a little bit of room, 2-round advantage, but they'd love to close this out as quick as possible. On the attack, it's far easier to formulate any kind of strategic plays. He wants to see them do something specific over the next few rounds. Jim Bettram coming up next. This is the attacker side as well. This is actually going to be quite telling. You lose this, it's 5-4, and then the defensive sides open up again for Team Liquid. This is a big round. Igor doesn't look too distressed either. I mean, they are a map up in the series. He also still retains a timeout for Team Liquid.
Changing mag.
Well, the story on Clubhouse has been all about Chibisu's return, 11-7. If you want to nitpick a little bit, Hanaton has also struggled similar to KZ. Some big hitters down on form in the second map of this series. A combination of both maps, Sharif 17-12, equal still with KZ 17-13. So out of the tactical timeout for CAG. First round dropped since the second round. Big 5-round win streak comes to an end. Team Liquid looking to get back a bit of momentum for themselves. Philippok sticking about. A Meatlocker run out. He's made a lot of noise, and off the rappel safely is Didi. That would have been a big kill if he found it onto the only hard breach, with only 2 secondaries available.
Yeah, didn't overcommit though, and ultimately makes the wise decision of retreating back to site and on the Solace. Could be impactful for late round denial, and also over the course of the mid round as well, denying information here from the side of CAG, who are posturing kennels currently. Shaping up for the cash side, clear. Shots exchanged early. JV92 gets away with that one though and can retreat con side.
Straight in towards the ball, Anderson cleanly in. That's not mine nuisance, but it's not really that much of a trouble because the fallback from the defenders, not looking to play direct over towards Cash. AZ does still stay inside of construction. He's the last player to really play a little bit more off-site, but he too will also fall back. They got Nade by himself towards Logistic, and Philippok's lurking basement on the Solus. That is the trump card for Team Liquid Alienware. He's the ace up the sleeve right now. A lurking Philippok's in basement. Will he be found? How much impact can he have? He's going secret side.
Tiba deployed.
Could come down to a timing with Sharif on that solid snake. Although he goes up red.
Has Anaton heard this? I think he has. Anaton seems like he's got the idea of Philippok's position. Anaton
he's pinched.
He's getting completely pinched. He's dead. Good clear from Team Liquid. KZ then at the window. Gets rid of Chibisu. Didi needs to save the day at the breach, but 2 goes down. Philippok's huge kill. What a round from Team Liquid Alienware. Off the back of the Philippok's play basement. They got a great pinch onto Anaton. Sharif by himself in a 1 versus 5. He's got a player prone to the right side. One standing tall, left side. That's Nade. JV, though, finds the kill. Flawless from the Brazilians. They make it 2 straight. And they make it now very worrying for CAG. It's 5-4 all of a sudden. That lead has evaporated.
Yeah, really great play from Team Liquid. The comms from Philippok's on point. He asked for assistance CC side, and that's exactly what he got. They flood, they retake, and ultimately win out the round. And so now pressure seriously mounting against CAG. The additional bans roll through, Mira as anticipated.
They just can't get Anakin into the game. Like, he's just not able to have any kind of freedom. Team Liquid Alienware have identified Anakin on shields is clearly one of the all-time greats. And if we could put some pressure and work into him, CAG's attacks will be far more destabilized without their lead shield player. Any chance they get to get impinged, go for an early kill, deny him from having impact, they're trying to do that, and it's working. Every round that they've been able to get rid of Anakin quickly has largely been successful. CAG need to adapt and be ready for that. Anakin onto the Blackbeard. Again. Blitz into Blackbeard. Basement we go. It's the only round that CAG have won on the attack so far. And did so, guys, because of a 1v3 clutch from Chibisu. That papered over the cracks a little bit, because they probably should have lost that round. And if they did, they would have been now 4-5 down rather than 5-4 up. This, again, is crucial for both teams.
Loading mag!
Anderson again back onto the Blackbeard. He will be incredibly eager to try and have impact. Play the double blitz now into the double Blackbeard. The back-to-back rounds.
Just got to play this more safely. Anakin, those. Well, Chibisu dies. Anakin does get the trade. Honestly, losing Chibisu is not the end of the world on the Grim. You'd rather have the Blackbeard. Maybe try and get some form into Anakin. Maya, by the way, is in garage.
And this drone.
Oh no, this could be terrible. Didi is thinking about making his way in through garage. He may be dead. Maya is completely tucked in. This could be huge again for Team Liquid. Anakin at least shield, but are they going to clear this? I have a feeling they might not. Although Maya has to give his position away. It seems like they do have an idea. He can't make it back down Oil Pit. What a clear from CAG. Where did that come from?
I can't believe they got the read. That's perfect from CAG. It also gets Philippos out of play. He's stranded over towards CCTV.
90 seconds still remaining in the round, and Anakin still up means they can facilitate a push downstairs. Funnily
he's on
enough,
camera.
They go upstairs at the moment. They do have the camera. They do have Sharif in the position to capitalize on Philippos. On the verge of getting 2 map points now. KZ and JV92, though, will stand tall. KZ rips a Nitro main, but he's got nothing to throw it at. Zaka back on drone. They've still got a minute, and CAG have reset a little. Back down to basement for the remaining 2 Team Liquid members. A couple of discs and magnets available for KZ. He had 3, he's got 2 left. May as well get those out. He's also still got that Nitro cell. Did not end up throwing it.
Yeah, it could be impactful. Full belt of util for Sharif on the cap, and DD still with a Candela. Might get caught now.
Not a lot of time remaining in the round, 40 seconds. But I like the fact that CAG have reset all the timing on that little peek through the hatch. Sharif takes a bullet to the shoulder, but they know that's a blue side stack. Oh, JV92! What a shot! May just rip the hearts out of CAG with that one. They thought they were on the brink of 6-4. Now a 2v2. But Didi catches JV92. KZ left, has the ping, but Sharif has the headshot. CAG by VARREL have got 2 map points against Team Liquid Alienware. We may just get to map 3 after all.
They get away with it that time. CAG, that was a scary round, especially on the Maya Clear garage, but they got the read required, then dealt with Philippos above, and whilst even at the very tail end, JV92, with his gasping breath found 2, they were good enough to get the job done. 6-4 the scoreline.
Well, we're just getting a little bit of information. I'm actually not too sure what I can't say, but I will say that something is clearly going on. There is a discussion being had with Sparky on the stage. just having a discussion with the... I don't actually know if it's a referee or an admin. Maybe, I guess that's the same thing.
6-1 half a dozen.
Igor as well, by the way, is speaking to a referee. And then actually just went over to JV92 and said something.
Well, tense moments, both in and out of the server at the moment, to reiterate.
Yeah, absolutely.
6-4 lead for CAG.
Two chances to get to map 3. Comes down to a best of 1. And by the way, well, we've got a bit of time because the game is paused at the moment at 6-4. We did have a look at Bank, the decided map. 3-2 record for CAG by VARREL, but their 2 losses, guys, all right, have actually been in the last 5 days. Fnatic's 5-7, so all rounds of regulation, and Dark Zero 6-8. So deep into overtime against a very good DZ outfit, and the other 3 wins were all very comfortable back home in the APAC North region over Scars, D+, and Kinotrope Gaming. As for Team Liquid Alienware, 3-1 record, their loss being 4 months ago to NIP, 6-8. Most recent win was 2 months ago, 7-3 over Ints. Now the wins being Imperial and MIBR lows. Those were 4 months ago, so not as much recency on the map of Bank 4 TL. We are still in a pause as there is an ongoing issue, which hopefully can get attended to as quick as possible to get us back into the server, but thank you for bearing with us. Sparky, I'm just looking over my shoulder, is shaking his head. He's actually... I'm not too sure. He's actually... Is he speaking to the Liquid players? Is he looking over at Fleetbox? I'm a little concerned. I'm a little bit confused right now.
That's what it looks like. The mind game's being played during the pause.
Fleetbox, if he was actually doing it to Fleetbox is just stone cold. Just completely stone cold.
Giving the stare back.
Yeah.
There you see it. Eyes locked. Felipox is one of the friendliest guys, I think, outside of the server.
Yeah.
But when he's locked in, I wouldn't want to cross him in a dark alley.
I also wouldn't want to... Look, if there's one thing you don't want to do, don't piss off the Brazilians, because it's only 6-4, and very quickly this could go against you. Oh, this is bizarre. We're getting some absolute cinema here at the Esports World Cup. Still paused. 6-4 lead for CAG. Again, not entirely sure what's going on. All I can see is there are referees that have been speaking to both Igor, coach of Team Liquid, and Sparky. They haven't spoken to Sparky for a little bit of time now. Oh, this just makes it even more tense. If only it was map 3. 7-7, could you imagine? It's not, but it is still map 2. That could get us to map 3 if CAG can get over the line. We'll, of course, let everyone know once we actually are back into the game, but still paused.
Nothing like a little bit of drama in an elimination match to spice it up.
The real question is, will it be a little bit of drama or a lot of drama? We don't know.
Well, fortunately, we still have the B stream running, so we can find something to talk about during the break. Of course, Furia and Fnatic going toe-to-toe in another elimination/qualification matchup. Border, Fortress, and Cafe, the 3 maps to take place over on the alternate stream. Currently still on map 1, locking horns. And get this, Fnatic are in the lead. 5-3 over Furia. What a Cinderella run it could be for Fnatic and for maybe the entirety of the EML region.
Well, I mean,
Secret earlier today.
Who would have thought leading the way for EML would be Team Secret, which they were dead last, GK Esports, and Fnatic. Move over G2, VP, and Falcons. We got a new leaders out of the EML region. It looks as if we should be getting back underway in the next 2 minutes, and from my understanding, it should still be everything's fine. 6-4 lead for CAG, and Cash and CCTV up next. And Sparky's still looking at Team Liquid and saying something. Of course,
bit of a stare down.
Yeah.
Still ongoing.
What's interesting, by the way, when you were reading out the B stream stuff, I was looking over and Iger actually gestured, of course can't speak, but gestured to Philippox to say nothing. A little shh to Philippox just to focus on the game. I don't know if I like coaches talking to, well, not talking to, but gesturing or talking at players, even if it is during a pause. That's not my domain. Anyway, we are back underway, by the way, and we have also, during the last 50 seconds, been in a tactical timeout from Team Liquid Alienware. That now has expired, so that did extend the break a little bit longer, but we will be now getting back into the server, and it will be Church Arsenal, the site objective chosen. 4-6 down for Team Liquid Alienware.
All I will say to round off that discussion, we have seen plenty of theatrics on the stage here at the Esports World Cup so far this year. Some players like Turd, well, it worked out okay for them.
Yeah, Bay as
Others,
well.
though, Bay.
Liquefact it did
Liquefact not so much. So you just got to be careful. Just got to be careful.
Bappin's another one as well, yeah.
Back into the server. And the scoreline will remain in place. 6-4. CAG in a position to take this second map and head us to bank.
Yeah, but it's has it taken the momentum out of things? If you're CAG,
5 seconds left before
big
insertion.
round win on this very site, but we've kind of now 5-6 minutes has sort of passed since then. A good chance to mentally reset for Team Liquid Alienware, go back to the well, have another crack at defending this site.
Reloading.
Interesting, we've played 10 rounds of Clubhouse. We have not seen a single plant. Just hasn't been possible. It's just been gunfighting everywhere. CCTV side entry. Maya is playing Rafters, by the way. He needs to be cautious by himself. Hasn't really got a lot of help if they were to go and try and clear him out. He will drop and he'll fall back through Oil Pit before he eventually would have got overwhelmed. And so it's a 5-stack basement for Team Liquid Alienware. They're not going to be playing any games. They will look to try and play this late in the round. But Sharif, this is aggressive early bot main on the Solid Snake. CAG clearly know that they've got the full map. And that Team Liquid Alienware are sitting 5-stack in basement.
With the barricade, though, it's very tricky to envision him making a play. May need a teammate to come across and help. Play 0.5 and then shoot the barricade so that Team Liquid aren't aware as to Sharif's direct position. That then will allow him to hold the line down long.
You also know that on the other side of that barricade, there's no one standing there anyway in the hallway directly because of the boogie auto breaches. So that finally then gets opened up for him, and now he's playing on the right side, and Team Liquid may not be aware of this.
Does he see the elbow? Don't think so.
No, we've got the advantage of the outlines. It's also a very long angle. And even if he were to shoot, he's probably going to get some damage. I don't think he'd find a kill, but you can clearly see the long angle that has been established.
Game of millimeters sometimes, especially on Clubhouse.
Game of moments, game of inches. But most importantly, I do wonder, because Church is not triple reinforced and they have been watching bot main, they may not be aware of the fact that Sharif is tucked in on that left side.
Loading the magazine.
Heading into the final minute, first of 2 map point opportunities for CAG by VARREL, and it's going to be a dirt stack.
Oh.
This is very, very risky.
Into that nade hold over towards AK. A big risk to be taken by CAG.
The hope will be those Church players go hallway, and then Sharif gets the swing kill for free. It's Zaka that gets the opening kill. Nate knows that he's got a couple of players coming his way from dirt. Maya's in Moto, so if Maya crosses hallway, he could end up dying to Sharif, but no, catches Sharif. Big battle won, and that means Maya can slip in and play in towards Arsenal. Nate to win his battle against Anaton. There's a second one following up from dirt side. Chipisu late through blue to try and help out. They lose Zaka, and Chipisu falls in his 1v1. Team Liquid Alienware will get us to all rounds of regulation. Do not poke the beast.
Yeah, the bear bites back. I think the game plan there from CAG was pretty sound. Dirt stack, you had long covered, but that close position facilitated by the Azami played so well by Maya. Didn't forfeit that control. Didn't panic. Didi had to hit the trade right there, but he missed his opportunity. And with others falling elsewhere, he then got stranded dirt. And Team Liquid firing up.
So 6-5, one more chance for CAG to try and close this out. If you want some good news though, they go Gym Bedroom. It's the most attacker-sided site on Clubhouse.
Attackers have located a bomb.
And the pressure mounting. What does CAG now go for on this final round of regulation? Do they throw caution out the wind and consider a Jacuzzi direct, or do they instead opt for a CC crosser clear through cash? Early spawns would indicate that the latter is the primary option here. And so if that is to be a success, the rafters clear if needed will have to be clear, and critically they'll need to be cautious of the mid-round aggression from Team Liquid. Now this time though, it is a bit of a different approach from the defense. Last time out we saw Felipox on the Solace basement. He went for the red stair route, and that was the win condition, and it worked out really well for them on that occasion. But this time, they don't have that lurk threat or that roam threat necessarily on the side of defense. It's a lot more about stacking this util and making the clear directly more of a challenge.
4 straight opening kills for Team Liquid. Alienware dominated the early battles.
Make it all.
Not all of them have been converted. 4-6 on the conversion. JV92, Nitro thrown. Oh, that's a good damage onto Anaton. Now very risky for the Blackbeard. He throws a frag grenade towards Maya, top red stairs. He'll go back into cash. That'll clear that position. Fall back through Con. Don't want their position for CAG, but it is Didi that finds the opening kill. Traded quickly by KZ over towards construction. Zaka just outside at the air vent. Chipasu now top red looking in towards Con. KZ's back in towards bedroom, so they've given up construction side. It's a full stack towards the side for Team Liquid.
Both teams matching the tempo required in the first half of the round. And attention now directed to site. Double Flores still up here for Chibisu. Thatcher to clear catch. And 2 Bs on the Grim.
Damage from KZ. Largely though onto Sharif. Keeps Anaton alive. Great gas babes available as well for Felipox, and that's where Anaton's going to have to be very careful considering his low health margin. He can't really sit too long in those gas babes. He'll rotate. He's going to go Logi. They're going to go for the push. They're going to clear out Nade, force him in towards Stash. It's a double push now from CAG through Logistic, forcing the gas babes out of Felipox. He has 1 remaining, 35 seconds.
Yeah, the Thatcher there onto the F-Knot was clean, but Felipox has followed that up so nicely. 1 gas babe, the final, now deployed. Not enough stall out to prevent CAG from hitting site late though.
KZ is inside of Gym. They've rotated nicely. Gym, bathroom control for the defense of Team Liquid. 15 seconds. Now means for CAG, you're going to have to flood the site, hit the shots, and they do. They start with Chibisu, but the trades come through now. They lose Zaka. 2v2, 7 seconds. This gets tight. Tens, JV92. They don't clear him properly. He finds a crucial kill to 1 versus 1. Sharif versus JV. The time expires. We go on to overtime on Clubhouse as JV92 is that guy.
Huge moment. Steps up, finds the kill, and CAG do not find the trade. So close yet so far. Overtime required, CAG on the attack.
That's not where you want to be. That's not what you want to hear. If you're an APAC fan, Team Liquid Alienware get double defense here on Clubhouse to close it out in overtime. Really well played from T-Law. Good repositioning, good rotating. They saw where the threat was coming from, navigated.
And Sharif got caught outside. The hard breach wasn't in position.
As soon as that Logi push became the method of attack for CAG, Team Liquid read that immediately. They rotate towards Gym and Bathroom. And so they give that space, but then they're in a better position for the last 10 to 15 seconds. Really good adaptation from Team Liquid. 6-6 here on map 2. Winner goes through, loser goes home. CAG right now are just searching for a third map.
10 seconds left.
Deploying it.
Jammer ready to act.
Yeah,
Attackers
the
are
setup
heading
here
out
from
to defuse a bomb.
Team Liquid Alienware going back to the anchor-centric hold.
Stay clear of the blast zone.
We'll probably see maybe a little bit of offsite pressure early, then the peel late. And you think about last time out, how CAG struggled to deal with some of those deep anchor positions. They went for the dirt pivot late, and they couldn't trade it out effectively.
I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, why are we double pushing Dirt 30 seconds into the round? DD just dies immediately, not playing properly behind Anderton. Crucial mistake. And again, the punishment immediately from Team Liquid Alienware. You cannot make mistakes against these guys. Anderton's now down. But they do at least get 2 kills back onto JB92 and Nade. But guys, this is not the way you need to be playing. It's a 2 versus 3 with 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
All clear at my location.
Just throwing bodies away for the fun of it.
Well, if there's any reprieve, it's the 2 best fraggers on CAG still up.
Need to get his next kill straight away. Sharif had a small window of opportunity. Frag grenade thrown, but caught immediately by Magden here of KZ. Oh, the swing! KZ went for it!
I got dislodged by the nade, had no other option.
Meets his maker.
The Soliton radar.
Another info here onto the position of Philippox from the radar of Sharif. But Philippox with the shotgun will play the closer angle.
You gotta get Chibisu into the action here. He'll get info blue, and so he'll likely path and try and connect for the pinch.
Well, Sharif trying to actually just bait him out there with the footstep to try and force Philippox into swinging while he's moving.
This could come down to 2 straight 1v1 fights.
Yeah, Chibisu versus Maya, Philippox versus Sharif. I'd rather, though, be in Philippox's position. He has a nitro, he's got shotgun up close. Sharif, though, trying to just grab this kit. Flag grenade, but again, Umai has had a big say in this round, but he's taken more space. Oh, and he takes the swing battle. Philippox wins out with the shotgun. It's all down to Chibisu, but he hits the hard shot onto Maya, and he knows where Philippox is. He's trapped inside of dirt. Chibisu's got 50 seconds to think this through. Gets rid of the bulletproof camera. He should know he's... What are you doing? Why are you using the Kuan Hive Launcher? That's not the time for the bees! That's not the time!
CAG will be reeling. Given an opportunity in a round...
Just shoot him with your gun, brother! You know where he is! He's got nowhere else to be! What? Team Liquid Alienware have now got match and series point. What a strange old round of Clubhouse. Chibisu could have been the hero, but arguably now becomes the villain.
Look, that last fight, it was never in his favor into the shotgun, but still didn't give himself the best opportunity to run that out.
Ice cold, says Philippox.
That's why you don't poke the bear.
No, you don't. Sparky was saying some things towards him earlier. Philippox might just stand up and wave after this round. The knockout CAG by VARREL booked themselves a place in playoffs for the Brazilians. 7-6. 2 chances to send CAG back home.
10 seconds left before insertion.
CAG, they want defense now.
Jammer ready to activate.
Attacker's objective is
They'll be able
locate
to
a
find
bomb
safe
and defuse
haven
it.
basement and see if they push this to all 15 rounds. Heavy roam to be employed early. And Team Liquid, much like their counterparts, posturing dirt side. Although surely they won't make the same error of over-investing early. Should be a case of just pressuring this position, forcing pills elsewhere, and then being able to formulate a late round plan.
I make my own entrance.
It is just DD basement alongside Anderton. On dirt, and Anderton fixed over towards blue currently.
3 straight rounds for Team Liquid Alienware. It seems like that hurdle again is in front of CAG. DD over towards Dirt. He's got Philippox in his sights and he finds the early kill onto the Blackbeard. A good start for CAG by VARREL.
Reloading.
But they've had opening kills in the last few rounds. This one a little bit more different though, because there's no trade and good space retaken towards Dirt with Hanneton on the clash, but they lose Sharif to JV92. He just gets a free kill. So evens up the numbers again.
It's been a brutal battlefield over towards Dirt over the course of this map. JV92 though, good read onto the main stairs peak and now up to 15 kills. CAG still with a roam in play, but as I say that, all 4 are back to basement. So they'll be relying on DD with double smoke, hopefully a couple Razor Blooms deployed, and Chibisu can play proactively with Keybers.
And Maya's trying to find this angle. I just don't think it's going to be there for him. Hanneton still pushed all the way up Dirt. KZ taken very low. This needs to be a kill from Zaka. He's going to go searching for it. Doesn't want to leave him alone. Knows he's low. Finishes him off. Finds the next kill. He's already eaten a jug of payload, so will not get cold pressure. I mean, KZ's dead now anyway, but still, one thing to reconsider too is the kit location for CAG. Gas Babe to just stall out the push for Nade.
And that's allowed Zaka to get back over towards Jen. That's a really good util for CAG.
There's not a lot of time remaining in this round for Team Liquid Alienware. It's probably just going to have to be ascend into sight, hope they can get all of the kills. They don't have the case. Big pick from Maya. That's one. Chibisu with the church triple wall. Does get the kill onto JB92. Knows there is a second inside of Moto, but they lose to Nade, pushing down towards Blue. As Maya falls, it's a 1v2. Nade, has he got that clutch in him? But he's got to deal with the clash. The kit's been Dirt the entire round after that first push from Philippox. Hanneton's playing this so smart. Fall back. Play the time. There's only 8 seconds left, and even if Hanneton were to die here, Chibisu's on the other side of the site. We're going 7-7 as CAG will hold on. Happy feet from Hanneton. All 15 rounds are needed on Clubhouse.
How many big moments have we seen inside of Dirt between these two on Club? And it's CAG to push to round 15. Great start with the clash into the Blackbeard. Good play from Zaka over towards Oil. And then late round, the clash proving valuable once more.
It was the start, and it's funny. It's back-to-back, kind of maybe strange Dirt pushes from the attacks. Kit's in a bad spot. CAG play off that, forces Team Liquid to have to then go for different avenues. That doesn't work. It's been a very scrappy Clubhouse. Not the most clinical club you'll ever see, but a fun one to watch. 7-7, simple as this. If CAG by VARREL can win this round, we're going to bank. If Team Liquid Alienware win this round, they're going top 8. Straight to playoffs and sending CAG home. It's all down to this 15th and final round of Clubhouse. Gym Bedroom once again.
One of those maps, it feels like it deserves an unlimited OT, but such is the nature of best of threes. This will be the final round to separate these two entities.
5 seconds remaining.
CAG with great fight and resilience.
Attackers must locate
Team Liquid,
and
I
defuse
think
the
fair
bomb.
to say, have been in control for a large portion of this series, but it all now comes down to whether or not they can get it done here, or if bank will be required where it opens up for both teams.
So many events, previous history, this would be a CAG loss every day of the week. Their fans know it, they feel it, they fear it. But this event's just got something a little different. CAG have been a little different. And if you're Team Liquid Alienware, you don't want to see what their bank will look like. You want this done, dusted, move on, and have a few days off and prepare for playoffs. Hanneton on the Blackbeard again will be ever important. More breach opened up towards Jacuzzi. Nade over towards Oil Pit and lurking down in basement for Team Liquid. So he'll be the roamer. Can come back up either secret, which is what they did last time, that pinch onto Hanneton, or back up main stairs, the more defensive approach. He's lounge at the moment.
That flank could be devastated, and there's no dedicated flank watch operator such as the Nomad or the Gridlock in play for
Nade
CAG.
at the door.
Drone.
Damage onto JV92 inside a cache as well. That was from Sharif. He's taken to 1 HP. Bit of a battle between those two. Entry made into CCTV. By the way, we are 90 seconds through this round. Time will become a factor for CAG. They need to pick this pace up. Still got nade basement coming up main stairs.
And JV able to escape courtesy of the keeper barriers. So good teamwork with KZ. Ground now forfeited to CAG, but that's only half the battle won. Minute 10 on the clock. Still scrambling for control, trying to find the opener in this round. JV falls.
Balls over towards Logi. There's only going to be one Candela left for DD. Damage onto Maya. This is a risky position to be. Logistic is dangerous as Sharif will also find the kill onto Nade. The 1 HP Sharif at least gets a kill. And as JV now falls, and so does Maya, this becomes doable for CAG. As Philippox 2 goes down, KZ, the last man standing in their way. But I think we all know that bank is needed because this CAG is not messing around. Time after time, they fall at all of those hurdles, but we're going map 3, baby, at the EWC.
Absolutely deserving of all 3 maps. And the
Performed well enough. Team Liquid Alienware, they have wanted to return to their former glory as world champions for longer than I care to remember. This is the final map of the A stream. Only one team will qualify through to quarterfinals. Will it be our powerhouse, our tried, our true, our loved CAG by VARREL, or will Team Liquid Alienware do what they do best? It's time to find out.
Oh, well set up, Rob, and sets everything up for this final map. Win and you're into playoffs. Lose. Question marks on your event. Was it good? Was it bad? You fall short. But ultimately, as you said before, guys, it comes down to a best of 1. Bank. The last map in this series. Liquid. They were able to land the first blow on Labs. CAG by VARREL. By the skin of their teeth on Clubhouse, get the job done. It's all reset now, all evened up again. The bands were Azami, Ace, and the Blackbeard. Team Liquid Alienware will start on defense.
Yeah, Team Liquid, they go the Blackbeard route here for Bank, as opposed to the Monty that we have become accustomed to.
It's a brazen call. Anaton is the Montang.
He is the Montang, at least from APL. But a calculated risk. See how comfortable CAG now feel playing around the Monty, as you said only moments ago. With Anaton up and in a position to pressure and make plays, CAG do a really good job playing around that, but when he falls, we tend to see the crumble. Comes off the Monty though for this opening round onto the second favored blitz. Also going to see the Nook in play as well for potential garage lurk. And then you have both Chibisu and Zaka on the execute ops.
I'd just like to add, by the way, I did notice something in the crowd. There's a limited seating available, but 4 particular gentlemen in the crowd. JP, Twister, Call Out, and Justin. FaZe, Secret, Easy, and Wildcard. Everyone, they're just keeping an eye on who they may want to verse in the next few days and who's going to make it through into playoffs.
Friendly discussions taking place as well.
Very, very interesting. Not often you get to see that. Not often we get these kind of games. It's all set up for a standstill finish. Again, a reminder on the B stream, Fnatic, Furia. As KZ finds the opening kill onto Chibisu. That's the start KZ would like to see. He was sensational on Nighthaven Labs. KZ went 0-4 on entry Clubhouse. He starts now 1-0 on Bank. Perfect start for Team Liquid Alienware on Basement Bank and a double down onto DD.
Don't follow.
As Philippox now puts them in a very good position. 5v3 Basement Bank. This is now like a 1% chance for CAG. This is going to be difficult. They need a couple of freebies. They need Team Liquid to make the odd mistake here.
They will need to isolate the defense. One of the biggest strengths for Team Liquid is their ability to trade, even when the player falls. Somebody normally close by to trade. JV presents an opportunity.
Well, that was the chance for Sharif to find one, bring it back to a 3v4. Bit of mainstairs pressure.
Blue clear going to be tough into the smoke and the clash.
Don't have a lot of bodies to throw at this either. You can't just go for a one-for-one trade. And it's a dead immediately to the shotgun of Philippox. And Sharif, yeah, just searching a little bit further. And flawless from Team Liquid. Wow, what a start on Bank. It's going to be like that, is it? Well, it was flawless from Team Liquid back on Clubhouse in the opening round on Basement. And flawless again from Team Liquid to start on Bank Basement. Although defense this time rather than attack as we go top floor CEO executive for the second round.
Yeah, Bank Basement, I suppose it is what it is. You certainly want to show more fight and be more competitive, but if there's one site to forfeit, if you can find success elsewhere, Basement is certainly the one here on Bank. Team Liquid though, great start. Clean entry. Doubled down, peeled back to site. And then outside of a small overpick from JV92, they were able to confirm that round with ease.
Well, funnily enough, in the APAC North region, Guz, and this doesn't really go to the narrative that we typically see, but Basement has a 72% attacker win rate. I don't know if you just put that down to the region.
I think you probably would.
10 seconds left.
Top 4 should open up a little bit, at least for the first attempt here. CAG will have both, or pardon me, one ranged hard breach available. But if Team Liquid elect to go the Habana route, heading into round 4, this top 4 will be a little more compromised for CAG.
I should add, just for the extra context, it is 63% defensive win rate in the SAL region, as is what we usually would consider it to be. Now APAC North, the outlier. Team Liquid, that's kind of just job done. You're almost expecting to win that on defense. Top floor will be a little bit more interesting. This is actually the most attacker-sided site in South America. But this will be more of a test for Team Liquid Alienware with KZ low early. Send help. Wire destroyed towards Banana Stairs, and for CAG, Hennington this time will play the Montaigne.
Quite an old school route from CAG. They don't bring the Capital to counter the mirror, nor do they go for the Deimos counter from below. Shaping up probably for a lobby side hit. Hennington can head the charge on the Monty, and no hard bridge denial directly available outside of really nothing. I thought maybe they would have brought impacts, but not the case. I say that though, but currently the diffuser is committed to the main rappel here for CAG. So I do wonder how they formulate a plan to get that into sight, given the lineup they have.
Well, the benefit of the Habana is you can open up Kanto, put some pressure down this hallway. They only banned out the ace. Usually if you combine both, Kanto wall next to the elevator position is pretty much impossible to open.
Janitor has been cleared here by CAG.
It has, but they also do still have KZ playing outside in the hallway, and down below Philippox first floor.
With Nitro.
Hennington, top square control. Philippox on the move. He's going to go square side and look for a hit. Hennington, though, looking for the plant. Will there be a way to deny this? The only Nitro is Philippox on the rotate square. He's going to be very late. Too slow indeed. Plant is successful. Hennington is also still alive. Extends that shield, but dies to KZ. Finds an angle. Now, JV Meyer and KZ are very, very low. And now into the post plant, they're going to have to scramble. A good chance for Sharif on the rappel. Has the ping intel. Should be able to find this next kill. KZ will go onto the kit. Surely someone's there to deny. I say surely there's someone there to deny. I cannot believe it. Team Liquid are giving it to them, not in the server, but outside of the server right now as well. That is a calamity, an all-time choke from CAG. They should have won that round.
And Team Liquid are buying in to the onstage antics. Giving it to CAG on the other side, who lose top floor in the post. Nobody with eyes on that diffuser. Team Liquid are firing up, and if CAG don't put the brakes on this momentum, this map could spiral out of control quickly.
It's another 2-round lead for Team Liquid Alienware, and another time that Sparky will not go an early timeout. It worked on Clubhouse. Back on Clubhouse, Team Liquid won the first 2 rounds on the attack. They looked really clean, and then CAG rattled off 5 straight. Surely we don't follow the same
10
script.
seconds to insertion.
Surely on this third map, there's new material to be used.
5 seconds to go. Attackers objective is
CAG are just a walking heart attack to watch, to follow.
I always win.
Scanning for electronics.
But the IQ in play here for the third round. Good counter on to the Valk as Team Liquid try and gather more information for this particular round. Maybe to facilitate a bit of the upstairs hole that they have looked to deploy with Philippox again early stationed in towards Jan. Looking to counterplay the CEO clear from CAG, which is likely. Zaka on the ram for that vert potential. As Anaton goes for his route straight through lobby.
It's going to be denied though by the Vulcan canister being popped, so top banana's not going to be pushable. 4-1 start by the way for Philippox.
Thought that his route there for the plant denial in the last round would ultimately prove costly. The Nitro was late, but the rest of the team stood up. A testament to the depth of this Team Liquid roster.
Team Liquid have been pushed away from the top floor by CAG. Anaton's patience will pay off, so everyone on the first floor now for the defense. Cam inside of stock. And 3 nitrocells to play. Only imagine one of them can be used towards stock with the Valcams. AG will need to be cautious. Navigating a tricky position now are CAG by VARREL, losing the first 2 rounds. Puts the pressure on them slightly. JV92 around Archives. Notices one outside Repel, top square. That's DD. AZ going down basement, may look for a blue stairs flank, but Sharif is already here, and Sharif has the angle but doesn't get the chance to shoot. That is a lovely reaction through the barricaded door, and JV92 Archives surrounded, overwhelmed, outnumbered, and he too will fall. Opens up a 5v3 opportunity for CAG. Triple stack site, all that's left now for Team Liquid.
Yeah, limited util for the defense. Positions compromised. CAG with 30 seconds and their best opportunity to get a round on the board.
And must complete this round as Nade swung, died to Sharif towards blue stairs. Maya sits in open. Philippox in staff. They'll be a little bit split. DD coming in through Printer. Vulcan canister shuts down Sharif. And there goes Philippox. 3 versus 1 for Maya. He gets rid of 1, gets rid of a second. It's only the planting Anaton. But if Anaton can get this plant, which he will, it's a 1v1 post-plant against the Monty. Anaton, it's your time to shine. Do not panic for APAC's best ever Shield player.
Maya will try and close the gap. Can he win the 1v1?
He's not going to have too long. And Anaton's been in this position so many times in his career. Knows how to play this perfectly. Maya will give everything he's got to get the guard break and to find the pistol shot. Anaton's not exactly full health. A couple of shots might do it. But starting to run out of time is Maya because Anaton is playing this to absolute perfection.
No
is there time? This will be close. I don't think he's got it. No, he's surely 7 seconds. Is there time? I don't think so. For Maya, time should be expiring, and boy, that was so close. Absolute microseconds. What a job done from Anaton. 2-1 to Team Liquid Alienware, but finally CAG are on the board. What a round.
Anaton has his prayers answered. He holds on in the post. Certainly some questionable moments on the
It shouldn't have
entry
been
there.
that close, by the way. Should not have been that close.
Sharif charged through the flames, the rest of the team feeding ones to Maya, but
Well played though,
fortunately
Maya.
Anaton clutched up.
So, timeout from Sparky for CAG. After 3 rounds of play, 1-2 in favor of Team Liquid Alienware. Igor will also get to talk to the troops. This is the second time in this series the Sparky's called an early timeout. He did it back on Nighthaven Labs at also a 2-1 scoreline. CAG have been must-watch TV so far at the Esports World Cup. Just get the feeling you're going to have to watch a little longer here. This is going to go down to the wire.
So no real surprises. The Monty will be banned out for the remainder of the half. Kaid will be benched by CAG as we look back at the replay package. That's the first 3 rounds. It was a great effort from Maya. At that range, on land, couldn't hear the plant go down, and so he was thrust into the post, desperately trying to guard break the Monty. And whilst he eventually did, it was about half a second too late.
Gotta find the fun in it after all, even though the competition is as high as it is. So out of the tactical timeout, but also the bans, the Monty has been removed from Anderton, but he does still have the blitz available. Kaid banned away from Team Liquid Alienware. They did use it back in the opening round for Locker's CCTV from JB92. They'll use it again. Well, sorry, they would have used it again, but of course no longer available. Well, it's all happened so far on Bank in the first 3 rounds, guys. The opening kills, all 3 have been converted. From the KZ, Philippox, and Sharif. We've had 2 plants after none on Clubhouse. We've had 2 multi-kill rounds already as well, plus the clutch from Anderton and the counter defuse. So it's been a lively start on Bank. Hoping we can keep this up for the remainder of the map.
Team Liquid going for the info route this round with the Mute Mozzie combo with the Solace thrown in as the blitz counter. Speaking of, Anderton considering entry over towards Printer, but Philippox will keep that at bay.
Sharif has been living on this rappel, by the way, for almost every single round. He's 5-2 and finds another kill. This one onto KZ, playing the Solace. This time, CAG have gone with far more of a read into the fact that Team Liquid want to play this first floor. That's what got them the round back in the opening round. They kind of caught CAG walking into the building. This time, they're a little bit more apprehensive. We saw that with the pushback from Anderton, knowing the Nitrocell would come his way. Sharif playing that rappel position, finds a kill. This is problem solving from CAG.
Leaves the rest of the defense very vulnerable against the drone work through the early to mid round, against identifying where the blitz is, and even late round in a plant situation. The Solace can be great into that sense play, identifying exactly where the plant goes down, because typically it's a little off meta. They won't have that tool now. CAG have put themselves in a really good position courtesy of that entry.
Still a decent amount of time. Philippox shows presence. He goes for a swing. That's wild. Brazen and Didi will punish. A second kill acquired for CAG. They're looking to find an attacking round win on Basement Bank. DD fortunate to be alive after the main stairs swing from Maya, who's playing a very good Bank so far at 4-1.
They'll keep swinging. There's no reason to anchor sight now if you're Team Liquid.
Apparently they will indeed keep swinging, and this time the swing will work out for JB92, and he'll look to drop down.
Nah, he'll stay.
No, he'll go.
I thought maybe.
He dropped down to his death because Sharif is already into Vault. Maybe he should have stayed after all. They didn't know that Sharif had infiltrated the basement. 4 versus 2 for CAG. Maya scrambling around lockers, but he doesn't know what's safe and what's not. Nade in CCTV does still has gas babes. He's thrown one towards Red Room.
CAG can afford to be patient. 40 seconds. Util to play off, and namely the blitz.
Nade, what a shot. An all-time champion to keep the round alive for Team Liquid Alienware. CAG are on the move. Oh, spotted in the corner. Maya. And then there goes Nade as Sharif collects him too. Make it back-to-back round wins for CAG by VARREL. Guess what? We are tied on Bank.
I was a little nervous early. I really thought that Team Liquid could run away with this third map. But that will not be the case. CAG are fighting back. Sharif found early entry onto KZ. The rest of Team Liquid were then forced into playing aggressive. And eventually when they tried to peel, they got caught. Great work from Sharif. Got the DMR to work. And the rest of the team composed in being able to win out the round. Team Liquid are dipping deep into the scrapbook. We are going over to archives.
So far at the Esports World Cup, for some added context, we are sitting at a 56% defensive win rate on this map. In fact, there is not a single site, a single objective that is attacker-sided.
How many times have we seen this side at this event? 3. Defended successfully every time. I don't know who's been defending it successfully. DZ, Falcons, and Shopify, supposedly.
Well, 2 of those are gone home.
5 seconds
So
remaining.
Bad omen.
it does a bad omen.
Attackers objective.
Well, this is a big call for Team Liquid Alienware as we go Talus Archives. Ladies and gentlemen, for just the 4th time at this event, out of 71 rounds played, this is the 4th time we will see this site, this objective. This is a big call. This could have big ramifications. And an early ping as Sharif wants to get back on his rappel, but this time a little bit more aggressive positioning from JB92. JB92 gets the kill onto Didi. That should never be happening because they had him on ping, and Sharif too goes back to the same spot. This time though, Team Liquid are ready for it. Really good adaptation from Team Liquid. We may not even get to see the site. A strong start.
They had the info, but they were unable to find the kill. JV92, so deadly in those big moments. CAG not out of the round, but 2-player disadvantage they now face.
Every round, the opening kill has been converted so far as well. Keep that in mind.
Team Liquid have been really good in similar positions over the course of this series so far.
And we haven't really seen too many. I mean, a couple here or there in the 5v3s, but I would feel as if, without looking at it on paper, that CAG are probably more prone to losing a round from this position than, say, winning it. Halfway through.
You can see they're waiting for the overpeak or the mistake. Team Liquid are not going to offer that. You have to try and force the misplay.
Maya is towards main stairs, but making his way up rather than down. Chibisu is all the way at the top of it. So Maya's kind of caught in the middle, but honestly, he can get out of here very comfortably. There is no one on the first floor. It's only below him and above him. Opts to stay.
Good lurk from Zaka down below elevator.
Yeah, catches for Leapox. Are they aware of Maya's position, though? He'll slip through beepers. That does give away a little bit of information. There is still a minute. And Stingers, just to be a bit of a nuisance in trying to retake this space. 2 kind of stuck over towards Stafford open area in Maya and JB92. Jibisu just forced to have to walk through the Sawyer gate from the Aruni. Next kill is so crucial.
And Nade lineup, or rather Nitro lineup for Nade.
Taka's still got all 3 Boogie Auto breaches, by the way. He's just gone gun up this round. And Chibisu will fall to JB92. There's the quick trade, though, from Zaka. A little bit of a bait, though, and then Anaton to go down. 1v3, and Maya says not a chance. Well, that round was in the books probably 2 minutes ago after that double kill start from Team Liquid. They had JB92 on drone. They couldn't capitalize, and from there, the round became pretty much impossible. They did an okay job to bring it back to 3v4, but at no point did that round look really too difficult for Team Liquid, and made pretty quick and easy work of it in the end with 3 alive. Team Liquid, though, do call a tactical timeout. So both coaches going early with their timeouts here on the edge of halftime as well. Round 6 on the other side of this tactical timeout.
Yeah, Team Liquid taking the gamble here that defense is going to be a priority. They want the lead at halftime. They'll then have an opportunity to discuss plans and reiterate upon plans for the second half. So this is not the most absurd of decisions. In fact, I quite like it. Remains to be seen what the approach will be for this round. But as expected, basement to be selected by Team Liquid Alienware, a site that has proven to be 50-50 so far.
Well, I mean, this is probably a one-round timeout in many ways, because I was going to just get to talk to them anyway straight after this round, going in preparation for the second half. And so you think about, okay, well, going back to lockers and CCTV, as you said, 1-to-1. So what's the change up? What's the difference? So they bring Leapox on to the Echo. So Yokai's will be brought basement for the first time. Didn't bring it in round 4, didn't bring it even in round 1, which they did win. Again, the Kaid banned away, which is what they had back in round 1. But in terms of the remainder of the lineup, they also drop the Clash. They'll bring the Warden, the Echo. Chanka remains again. But in terms of this lineup, just to probably paint this as easiest as possible, it's far closer to their opening round lineup than what we saw from them back in round 4, where they brought the Mozzie, they brought the Solus, the Fenrir. They tried to play more aggressive on the first floor. Clearly didn't work. I wouldn't be surprised if this is far more of a basement bunker strat from Team Liquid Alienware. No, I don't expect them to be as aggressive on this first floor. They may play certain positions and then drop quickly.
By substituting the Echo in for the smoke, it may offer a little more flexibility in terms of info gather off-site to the mid to late round.
This is default. But if anything, CAG have played this kind of default style many times over, but that doesn't make it any easier. So Maya will probably shoot a drone or two, then look to drop down. The hatch is the last one. In fact, doesn't even get the drone. He just falls back immediately. So that was always the plan for Team Liquid. So for those unfamiliar, but this is now all about the denial. You've got the Shamika launcher for nade, you've got a nitrocell from Maya, Vulcan canisters, of course, need to be dealt with on site. Then throw in the Echo and the Yokais as further potential plant denial late in the round. The goal here for Team Liquid Alienware is to get that clock down to 20-30 seconds and then just deny them the ability to plant.
CAG, though, do like to go for the ROU drop courtesy of the Sens that can sometimes take that denial out of play. They also have the Thatcher to counter both the Echo and the Warden, disable those operators late round as well, or even the BPC if needed.
They're not even playing blue stairs, so they're not even giving CAG a chance to overwhelm one player and then go into a 5v4.
If CAG execute cleanly here, I think they're probably in a slightly better position, slightly stronger. Team Liquid are betting on being able to dodge the Thatcher. Call goes out in terms of pressure rear. That's Zaka on the Deimos. PZ gets the call to maybe get a little bit lurky over towards main stairs, but won't overcommit.
Mark activated from Zaka onto KZ. But the Thatcher in play.
Just the one Nitro to deny.
Yeah, that's the only one that really needs to be denied, but also the Yokais are in play.
There's a lot on DD's shoulders here.
And Sharif goes down, so they don't have the ROUs available. That's a big opening kill from Maya. They're going to go for it, but Chibisu falls 0-6 after such a strong clubhouse. Well, it's a rush attempt now from CAG looking to close this half out, but Team Liquid are just locking down the site. That is a wonderful way to close out the half. That brings the energy. Igor loves what he sees. Team Liquid Alienware go 4-2 up at the break. The CAG will get their own defensive half now.
Yeah, that round should have been a lot more competitive. They never got it going, though. The Sense died too early without utility deployed. It then meant that the rest of the attack was pretty simple and straightforward to break down. The disappointing end to the half for CAG, but positive for Team Liquid with a 2-round advantage as they prepare for attack.
Well, let's look back at the replay of the first half. Sharif had, at the time of his life here at this window position, you think back to the second round, guys, that really should have been a CAG round win. Probably counter defuse from KZ, and then they did at least bring it back, win the next 2 rounds. They won Staff Open, they won Lockers CCTV, and they started to get some good momentum. But where they lost it then to start the 5th round, early mistake against JV92 in the corner. They got the drone, they had the information, and then they lost 2 players. And from there, the round was over. And then similar a little bit in the 6th round as well. Maya just catches the timing on Sharif. And so you look at the first half, 6 opening kills, all converted, 4-2, obviously, in favor of Team Liquid Alienware. So the early entry battle, again, proving to be a difference maker in this series. But it's, unfortunately, guys, dare I say, the disappearing act again from Chibisu, 0-6. 1-5 from Anaton. You think back to Clubhouse, Chibisu went 17-12 in an 8-7 game. And what did we say after Nighthaven Labs? Or at least what did I mention? They need Chibisu, because back on Labs, he was 2-9. They got Chibisu, they win the map. Surprise, surprise. They need him again in this second half.
Very quiet. But maybe he can spring to life on defense. I'm actually eager to have a look across at his stats series-wide and see if he has maybe been stronger on one side or the other. On the side of attack, he's number 2 rated for CAG. Unfortunately, his numbers on defense slots down to 3rd aren't particularly promising. 8-10 over the course of the series. His entry, though, has been good. 2-0. His cost, though, lacking 45%. Chibisu's cost is equal lowest with Sharif on defense inside of the lobby up until this point.
Well, let's get underway. Second half of this 3rd and final map. Team Liquid, Alienware edging this out at the moment, but CAG go defense. But the pressure is somewhat on them because they do need to obviously get these defensive rounds, and that's not always a given. Montang, Grim, Kaid, and Wamai will be the bans. Lockers, CCTV, the site choice. This feels like a very, very stressful round ahead. By the way, an update on the B stream, as we haven't updated for a little while. 3, 2, and 1 for the spoiler warning, but on the opening map, Fnatic did beat Furia 8-7. And on map 2 Fortress, Furia leading 3-2. That one looks like it may also be a little barn burner happening on the B stream. Cafe the third map if it is required. Our attention will shift back to Bank. Second half now getting underway.
5 seconds to go.
CAG need to win this round. Basement Bank feels crucial. Numbers aside, just having a bit of confidence. It's never a great feeling to start your defense off poorly on the primary site, and Bank is certainly no exception. Denial heavy for the defense here on the first attempt. Smoke, Goyo, Echo, and Tuberau if Team Liquid were to go for the sense play.
Well, this is the power play garage side though, but into the bulletproof camera, they will be aware of Philippok's glass pushing. Zach has got to be very careful with the way he wants to play into this. You don't really need to challenge the guys at this point in the round. Still 2 minutes on the clock, but yeah, you don't want him to push too close. Anaton just gets completely overwhelmed, not expecting the push, and Zaka went for the swing. Zaka went for the swing. Misplays from CAG. But Sharip at least able to catch JV92. That's the Habana as well, guys. So bot square hatch is not going to be opened up. That's perma-closed.
Yeah,
not that it matters, though.
Oh,
and Philippox gets DD. Chibisu, though, then gets nade. Well, this is a really strange... Oh, and then Maya! Big kill onto Sharip. This is a calamity for CAG by VARREL. The basement site needs to be defended. And they've given it up far too easily. Swinging and being aggressive, it has cost them. Chibisu from 0-6 would need to be 4 and 6. It won't happen. Team Liquid Alienware extend their lead. 2 rounds away from playoffs. That is such a demoralizing blow for the APAC North team. They need to be clinical and clean from here because the Brazilians are on the verge of knocking them out.
That's a really brutal round. It wasn't close. It didn't come down to a plan.
That is a horribly played round, though, from CAG. Why are we swinging, boys? Why are we not playing to the strategy, to the setup? Why are we swinging into a Glaz who's just solo pushing Garage with a smoke that's up? Like, question marks in that round from CAG. One they'll look back on and think, what are we doing? Themselves, they would say that.
And we haven't had a high frequency of those classic CAG moments at this event. It's been one of their strengths. It's why they're in this position. They've played a consistent brand that has gotten them to this position. But questions remain if it's good enough to make it to top 8. Because at the moment, Team Liquid, they have the momentum.
Oh, they certainly do. We haven't really seen comebacks arise on this in this series either.
Crazy drone, by the way, over towards front desk. We'll see if that has impact later. JV92 is laughing. He can't believe he's got on a drone front desk, and that could be a big difference maker later in the round.
And 7 for Jibisu. Can he mentally switch on in a time of need for CAG? Top floor CEO executive. This could probably be the nail in the coffin. It just has that eerie feeling that for CAG, the Cinderella run will not end with a fairy tale finish. And for Team Liquid Alien, where it feels like a new dawn with this new organization, maybe a chance to make history with this organization that they've achieved previously with others. 2 rounds away from a playoff position where anything can then happen.
Might be direct here from Team Liquid.
They look set. But Anaton in a good position to deny presence towards top square. Voltin will be there. Anaton just gets completely overwhelmed. Oh, Team Liquid know what they're doing.
That is spot on.
And CAG look a little bit perplexed as to how to change this story. Why are you peeking into the Kali? Zaka, you've done it twice. The glass in the last round and then the Kali in this. Didn't learn his lesson. And it's another 5 versus 3. CAG are crumbling. Their own worst enemy at the best of times, but in the last 2 rounds, even more so.
Still 2 ROUs for Maya to help get this plant in towards the site. Team Liquid patient.
Oh, this looks done. Team Liquid Alienware are just putting the foot to the throat, punishing all these mistakes. There's another one. This is flawless. CAG are at death's door as Team Liquid Alienware now find themselves with 4 match and series points.
And they are absolutely giving it to them on the stage. That was initiated by CAG earlier in this series. They were vocal. They were giving signals. Team Liquid initially ignored, but now that they are in this position, they are being ruthless. Outside the server and inside. What a way to cut down that hold. Team Liquid, spot on to kick off this second half.
Well, they've been so clinical, making again no mistakes. Far more of what we saw on Nighthaven Labs we see again here now on Bank. They're just far better. CAG showed really good resilience on Clubhouse, even really good Siege in general. But to be fair, that was a scrappy Clubhouse. It felt like bringing Team Liquid down to them into the mud. But on Bank, Team Liquid have cleaned themselves up and have looked sparkly clean.
10 seconds left.
Putting a foot wrong? No. 6 and 2, this is a demolition. This is a statement as well that these Brazilians mean business going into playoffs.
Starting shot drop!
It might not just be a phase show for the SAL region at this event. Team Liquid.
The Fury is still alive as well.
Yep.
Over on the B stream, they actually lead 4-2 on map 2.
Well, there's pressure on Zaka. Garage position, back-to-back rounds. He has died over peaking whilst under pressure.
It is also
Can he rise to the occasion now on the match point round?
back-to-back rounds. Anderton's been the opening death as well. The opening engagement battles in 8 rounds is a 6-2 split in favor of Team Liquid Alienware. They are just demolishing them in all facets of the game. Early, mid, late. This has been an incredibly one-sided Bank. 4 straight rounds for Team Liquid. And dare I say for CAG, it would take probably the biggest comeback in their history.
They've just dropped gold.
Into
For an
Vault.
elevator.
As JV92 aggresses, he does make contact. Good swing from Sharif to at least find that opening kill.
They've gotten a little lucky there with the timing.
By the way, Philippox is still in Vault. They cannot just think this is clear. And on the ulcer of all operators, which we don't see as much these days, Chibisu gets rid of Maya. A little bit of a split attack from Team Liquid. It's not working. Credit to CAG, they are staying locked in here. Nade also searching from Vault. Though, to be fair, they're kind of stuck in Vault now. Not much of a way out. Casey's going to help from main stairs. Oh, lovely kill from Nade. Lovely clear. And now that allows KZ to push down. A close fight at the bottom of main stairs. It's a trade, 1-for-1. Sharif also finds his 3rd in the round as he goes to 11 kills. Philippox will die. CAG will stay alive a little bit longer, but boy, they've got so much more work that needs to be done. Basement as a safe haven gets them 1, but locked away.
Yeah, Team Liquid going for the trick play. often is reliant on finding a nice timing to either find a pick elevator or gold. And unfortunately for them, neither opportunity was presented cleanly. Good work then from CAG to resist the follow-up. They now, though, need a full clean rotation to push us to overtime.
Capital and Warden will be banned away. One round at a time has to be the mentality for CAG. We know historically you probably wouldn't back them in, guys. How many times we've watched them, very rarely do they have this kind of comeback potential. But it has been a different event with a different feel, and certainly a far better performing CAG overall. And even if they do fall here, at this hurdle, at this moment, then you can give them a pass mark on the tournament. But they're not here for pass marks, they want to win.
I mean, that was the messaging from them directly after knocking out Shopify. Yeah, cool. That's awesome. Doesn't mean much. They want to go all the way.
Well, to do that, they must win 3 straight and force overtime for the second map straight.
Seconds to insertion.
It starts here on top floor.
5 seconds left.
Castle strat to come through here from CAG, wanting to slow down the round and force util clearance from the attack.
So again, 9 straight opening kill conversions, so we're sitting at a 100% success rate if you find the first pick. And if we look back at Clubhouse, yeah, a little bit 50-50. Labs was also at a 95%. So across the series, there's been a pretty clear indication. You find that first pick, you're likely to go and win the round. That's going to be the requirement for CAG. They've got to make sure they play safe enough that they're not giving freebies to the Glaz, to the Kali if it's Porte as well. These longer angles, got to be cautious. But then you on the other side also still need to find that pick too. Be a little aggressive. Trying to strike and find the right balance is difficult, but that's going to be the key for CAG.
Sophia so strong into the castle setup. Now, no ranged hard breach for Team Liquid, so the expectation will be a focus on the main rappel and top square. Lobby an unlikely side for this attack to exploit outside of maybe a split if they feel necessary. They have the util for the site here, the Ying and the Glaz.
Well, Sharif's going to be the one to watch, 12 and 6. He's been their best player across the series. He's in the middle of the site. That can be dangerous. Oh! Sharipa finds 2! But allowed into the site now will be Nade. Can plant behind the bomb chassis, but thinks better off it. Instead drops the kit, now gets aggressive, wants to help clear with Philippox, who's taken janitor control, but Nade will fall. Site is now clear. Philippox 2 will die long desk as Zaka to finish off the work that Sharif started earlier. As JV92 at least gets the trade and gives himself a chance. A minute and a half to win a 1v3.
As time, DD mainstays.
No need to swing if you're CAG. A swing they do. Oh, Chipasu is so fortunate he hit that shot, because that could have been a very easy double kill to JV92, which would have set up a 1v1. We are talking about fine margins.
That's a good fight from CAG though. They're not going down without giving it their all. They haven't dropped their heads here on bank.
What about Sharif though? First the hip fire.
The timing that he caught there as well. Are you kidding me?
I think it likely would have been traded from main in the 1v1, but I don't know. Like this.
JV wins that. If he hits the transfer, he wins that round. So
4-2. From 6-2 to 6-4, and things start to get a little bit more interesting. What's going on with Team Liquid Alienware? Can they close this out?
Is it a false comeback from CAG? How many times have we seen this one before, Jake?
Every time.
Every time.
Well, Sharif back-to-back opening kills, back-to-back round wins. Sharif 14 and 7. CAG are going to win this map. Sharif's going to have to go above 20 kills. I don't see any other way for them to win this map unless Sharif is 20+ kills. He's their main guy. He's the guy we will need to be following in these next couple of rounds if we can go a couple more rounds. Because still, Team Liquid can finish it all right here, right now. Staff open area. Here's another chance on match point from 6-2 to 6-4. CAG are not exactly known to be the comeback team. If anything, they're known to be on the other side of it. Up 6-2 and then lose.
Runs on batteries. I see it.
The IQ Twitch combo in play. Team Liquid eager to counter both the Valk and by extension the Mirror. Is being deployed here from CAG to help offer support top floor initially. Where Chibisu will eagerly contest the clear CEO, but it's direct through lobby by Team Liquid.
From the Valcam. And immediately into the gas bay, but Philippox trying to push through towers. They want to try and get archives cleared. Sharif, by the way, second floor elevator. As Anatem wanted to push out square, Sharif has taken some damage and falls to KZ. We are at a 100% opening kill conversion rate, and Team Liquid have got the first kill. Every round up until this point, that first kill has meant you've gone on to win the round. CAG need to do something that's not being done on this map yet.
Without their best player.
And without Sharif.
Chibisu tries to fight top square as Anaton takes this lobby push now head on.
Oh, Zaka. I think they might still need the next one to settle the nerves heading into the final minute. Nade still outside on the rappel, and so is KZ. JB92, top floor hallway, along with Philippox. Double push together. 60 seconds remain.
AG do have double nitro, but DD has expended all of his gas babes. On the flip side, Team Liquid with a Candela and one grenade. Critically though, the Blitz as well also up, which could be a big difference maker for the final push.
Will they even get a chance to use these nitro cells the way they would like? This is aggressive. Chibisu searches and finds absolute treasure. The head of Nade cleanly taken off, heading into the execute point of this round. There is only 30 seconds as Team Liquid Alienware need to be clean into the site.
And if they stack stock, they'll be susceptible to the nitro cells. Keep that in mind. Anaton is close by and open.
They do still have Philippox on the blitz. DD makes a little bit of contact, has no gas babe, swings, beepers, catches the IQ. Philippox has to go pistol down onto Anaton and gets the kill, but needs to also go for the plant. And then as he does that, KZ needed to cover. He can't. All rounds of regulation are needed. This is shaping up to be one of the best comebacks from CAG by VARREL we've ever seen. From 6-2 down, 6-5 is on the cards.
But they still need to win one more round and complete this rotation. They have basement. This is the site that you want to be on for Bank. It was a rough start to that last round. Sharif, top-rated player for CAG and number 3 at the event. He fell first, but they were able to fight back into the round.
The first round where the opening kill was not converted into a round win. Team Liquid was 6-2 up. This will be their final match playoff point. An update on the B stream because there will be a little bit more Siege to be played today. Furia have won map 2. There will be a map 3 on the B stream. Furia Fnatic will also go to all 3 maps, but for now the focus is entirely here. Match point 5-6. Let's get underway.
Out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Deep breaths. So much pressure for both teams. Expectations at their highest point. And Sharif jumps onto the Vigil Boss G in the final round of regulation. What a call to make. He's going all in.
Zaka, don't ever peek this. Just you, Zaka. But I do like the Glaz pick here for Team Liquid Alienware and has served them well in this half. Philippox is so deep already.
Oh, and he was deadly last time on the Glaz. Fought his way through and then held the cross through the latter portion of that round. And there's 2 smokes still in pocket. This is a tricky position for the likes of Zaka.
JB92, ATM side of the map. Not a lot of square focus. The hatch is opened up though. Although Nade will now make his way top square as Sharif is inside of stock with the Boss G. First shot, not great. Second shot doesn't connect. Pulls out the SMG and goes for it. Here's the Sharipinator. No, he's not. Maya, that is insane. Opening kill. Sharip is dead again. Back-to-back opening deaths for their best player. CAG need to do it again. Down 4v5. Sharip thought he was him. And while he certainly is, not in that moment, not against Maya.
Oh, the margin's so close. For Team Liquid, a player up. Minute 20. Can they fight back? Still first floor present, but forced to forfeit. It's Anaton Blue Stairs with the remainder basement.
It's not been his game though, 1-9 for Anaton, but he's an experienced player. He's had bad games before, but then can turn it into a good round. They'll need him to do it again.
He has to commit at this point with the player down.
Final minute of regulation. Team Liquid looking to send CAG home and book their place into playoffs. Drone, a little shaky here from Anaton. Has one gas babe remaining.
Can Team Liquid have a clean clear? The frag grenades, the push from Anaton.
The swing kill from the Glaz off Philippe Pox, and CAG are nearing their death. As Chibisu falls, all hope is now down with Zaka and Didi. Team Liquid are making it known that playoffs is their goal, that the trophy is in their sights. But Zaka slips towards Garrard, but known on the death mark. Didi's inside a vault. And as they get rid of Zaka, and that plant will be successful. Although denied first go, Didi's being hunted down. Headshot confirmed. Back onto the plant for Nade. Didi needs the kill, can't find it. Team Liquid Alienware are top 8 bound at the Esports World Cup. And they are letting CAG know all about it.